How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, it's calmer over here than what I was waiting for. I was trying to be respectful to Dolly and you guys because I know that y'all, most of you guys, watch him. So I was just trying to be respectful of y'all and give y'all a chance to watch him. So it's nice to see you guys all in here, and hopefully, like I've said, like I've seen a couple of people say it's calmer over here. So hopefully it will be calmer over here for you guys. So let me go through and say hi to everybody. I appreciate you all being here. I thank the world of you guys. Hi Toshi. Thank you, honey, for being here. Hi Deanna in Ohio. Hope you're doing okay, sweetheart. Let's see. Hi Bobby Joe. I hope you had a good birthday last night, brother. Let's see. Hi Nonia7. Hope you're doing okay, honey. Hi Darcy. Hi Riff. Good to see you in here, brother. Hi Juju. Uh, I don't blame you. What I heard at Rebel was on there, and I could hear it. I was here in the dining room, and he's in his room, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, it was loud. I was like, I had the door shut and everything, and I was like, oh my Lord, they're like screaming at each other. Good Lord, it was crazy. I was like, I was like, I can't wait these extra 2 minutes. I'm gonna come on here, and hopefully it'll be calmer for everybody. Shoo, Lord have mercy. But well, hopefully it's more peaceful over here for you guys. Lord have mercy, I'm telling you. Hey Hawkeye, how are you doing? Hey Rebel. Hey Victoria S, how are you doing? How's baby girl? I hope she's doing okay. Yeah, but that's what I said. Hopefully it's this might be mental health, mental illness, but hopefully it's more calmer over here. You won't have people like screaming at each other and over top of each other and all that craziness. So hopefully it's more chill. As I think it's Riff. I think it was Riff that said, oh, yeah, and Darcy that said more chiller. Can calm down. So you guys hit that lock when you come on in, honey. If you guys don't care, we got 21 watching and 13 likes. So if y'all don't care, hit that like for me. And you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for me and hit that bell so that way y'all know when I'm live because it's various times. I was planning on going live at 9:30, and I was actually wanted to go live at 9, and I had it scheduled at 9:30, and it didn't work out in my favor. And I was like, man, I really didn't want to reschedule it at 10. But then I seen Dolly was alive, and I know I saw my fam over there, and I was like, well, I know they don't want to miss Dolly because I know they haven't seen Dolly in a while, and I knew that you guys didn't want to miss me. So I was like, well, hopefully he won't be on for a long time, and that way y'all can see both of you people. So that's respect for you guys and respect for Dolly. That's why unfortunately I postponed it 30 minutes. So hopefully it our people can start coming over here. Hi, C. Lynn. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, Layla Boo. How are you? But hopefully everybody is doing okay on the Saturday night. Hopefully everybody is doing good. Hey, Country Bulldog. How are you? Sure, Lord, I'm telling you. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't even watch it. I just kind of took a peek while Rebel was on the panel, and I was like, oh Lord, And I shut the door. I was like, that's too crazy. And I'm getting ready to go on live myself. I don't know if I can handle all that craziness. All I heard was like people screaming at each other. My anxiety can't take that. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. That might be why I'm subscribed to Dolly, but that might be why I don't go off on panel. I don't know. I don't know if my nerves can handle it. No offense. I'm just saying. Sure, Lord. Hi, Kimmy Poo. How are you, sweetie? Hopefully your back's feeling better. But sure, Lord, I'm telling you. But I'm so glad to see you guys in here. It makes my heart smile to see you guys in here support me. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Rift Tattoo Rebel sent his email in there if you needed it again. So, Lord Kimmy Poo, I don't see, Lord have mercy, honey. I don't see how you stayed insane up there those few minutes I did watch. Oh, my Lord have mercy, honey. Whoo, Lord. I'm telling you. But anyway, tonight's live is a little bit different. It is on mental health or mental illness, but I was told this week, and it kind of bothered me a little bit that regarding our daughter, that she was kind of being a bully, or that's what we was told, and I was like, hmm. Okay, so we talked to her being a bully on the school bus, and we talked to her, and she said that she wasn't. So, but I talked to Rebel, and I said, is being a bully kind of like mental illness? And he said he wasn't really for sure. But anyway, so I did some. Hey DZB, how are you? I'm glad you're in here. That's awesome. You finally call alive. It's so good to see you. That's awesome. But anyway, so she the school bus driver said that she was bullying another child, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna do some research and see if it affects, like, mental health and stuff like that. And I know also that's kind of a hey grandmammy Annie, how are you, honey? But yeah, I said, well, maybe that affects mental health, mental illness. And actually, come to find out, it does. And I myself, and y'all will hear my story later on in the live, myself was bullied as a child. And so I pulled it up, and it actually does affect mental illness and mental health. So I was like, oh, okay. Honey, you're not late. I actually just started about 8 minutes ago, Tutti Frutti. So you're good. You're good to go, honey. I actually started a little bit later because I know some people was watching Dolly, where he hasn't been on in a while. So you're good to go, honey. You're good. You're good, honey. Good to see you. I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, that's one reason it kind of, like, it's about mental health and mental illness. But I was like, this is interesting, because I try to do a different topic every time I go live. So I was like, well, this is kind of a new topic, and not everybody talks about it because they're afraid to talk about bullies and bullying, and like cyber bullies. They're afraid to talk about it. And I'm not really afraid to talk about anything to that effect. And I think more people should speak up about it, because I think that it is wrong. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And of course, on every live, if you've never been to my lives, or if you haven't had a chance to watch any of my streams yet, and you're new to the family, welcome, and I'm so glad that you're here with us, and I appreciate it so much, more than you know. Thank you, and welcome to the family. And we're here for each other. We support one another. And if you're not subscribed to my husband's channel, his is Tattooed Rebel 2229, and he does a lot of true crime, and he's here for the veterans. And hello, Ray, honey, how are you? And I do mental health. I do a little bit true crime, and then of course mental health is PTSD and stuff like that, which is a part of the veterans. And I think every veteran for their service, and every military person that is still in service, I thank them so much. Thank them so much for their service and what they continue to do for our great country. But that's so. Like I said, if y'all haven't subscribed to him, it is Tattooed Rebel 2229. And so mine is a little bit different than his. Mine's mental health, and I suffer with mental health. So this is kind of dear to my heart, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. But every live, I find some information up on the computer, and I read it and I share it. And that way, if anybody needs any of that information to help them get help, or find somebody that needs help, they will be able to use that information that might be able to help somebody or help yourselves or whatever the case might be. And we always, and my great mods that I love so much, they are awesome. They always pull up and find information for me. And here is some support numbers for emotional support. There's a phone number. And thank you, Kimmy Poo, honey. And then here is suffering from anxiety and need support. There's National Alliance and Mental Illness phone number helpline. And this is the PTSD website. That's their phone number. And we'll be sharing this throughout the night if y'all need it again, or if you're not able to attend my live, you can go back and I'll pull it up on the screen if y'all need it. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to pull up. I do this every live, so I'm going to pull up a couple of things and I'll read over them, and then we talk about it afterwards. So, okay. So, and like I said, we pull up panel afterwards. Sorry, Rebel was showing me something, and then what in the world? Lord have mercy. And then we go from there. So I appreciate you all so much for being in here with me, guys. More than you know. Thank you so much. Much love to you all. So this is the first page. Let me go to my present screen. I'm still learning a little bit as the time goes. And plus, it's been a long day, you guys. So just bear with me. Okay. So hold on just a second. All right. All right. So this one is bullies more likely to have a mental disorder. Thank you so much, Darcy. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Oh, this is a judge-free zone.
Hey, guys.
I was trying to say, listen at him.
Go ahead,
I was trying to say something important. Thank you, Darcy. But like I said, this is a judge-free zone, and everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome, and everybody supports one another. It doesn't matter, like everybody. Hey, Astro C, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Riff Sun, thank you so much. Hi, Paper Cut Tina, honey. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
And Rebel said hello. But anyway, everybody's welcome here. It's judge-free zone, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We can agree to disagree and move on. We're like a big family here. We support one another. We're here for one another. We're here to bring awareness out, and we're here to help each other and help people out, that need help. So hopefully, and like I said, my channel is all about awareness and bringing help out there for people. So hopefully, whoever's watching this, that it is able to help somebody. That's what my channel is all about. I want to be able to help somebody. And like I said, I've told this several times, and I'll tell this 1,000 times before. If it takes me 6 months to a year to get my 1,000 subscribers and get the what does that word say? Monetization. I can't ever pronounce it. If it takes me 6 months to a year to get that or whatever, as long as I'm helping somebody and bringing awareness out there for mental health and mental illness, and we're helping each other and we're there for one another, that's what it's all about. That's my total goal. That's what it's all about. So that's my main goal, and and bringing this information out, and I'm hoping that we're able to help one another and support one another and be there for one another. And that's it's all good vibes here, and it's a calm and atmosphere. And I appreciate every one of you guys, and hopefully we're able to help each other. It's kind of like I've said before, it's not counseling, but in a way it's like a support channel. So hi, Kristen, how are you doing, honey? But yeah, I just that's what it's all about. And I that wholeheartedly, that's how I feel, And that's the main reason that I decided to do this channel, because I myself suffer with, actually, mental health is not what I suffer with. We found that out last week. If y'all want to go back and watch my video, we learned the difference between mental health and mental illness. I actually suffer with mental illness, PTSD, major depressive disorder, you name it. I got a lot of them. But anyway, so it actually helps me, and I'm sure it helps other people. We, oh Lord, Rebel, hush. But anyway, look at him, guys. But anyway, so it kind of helps me to be able to help somebody else, and we can kind of help each other. So that's what my channel is all about. So feel free to share, and lock it up, and get us out there, and hopefully we'll be more, the more people we're able to help and bring awareness to, that it's all about, it. I love you too, Rebel. Y'all tell him to behave. And Dumpling ain't in here yet, so I'm sure she'll be on her way soon, hopefully. But anyway, so we're going to go over a few. Always try to find interesting websites, because it's nice to pull to see, like, different perspectives on things from different, like, views. This one is SockCentral.com. It says bullies more likely to have a mental disorder. Dumpling, get your hiney in here. Exactly, Reft. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist or licensed therapist, but it's like a support system. We can be there for one another, and support other people too. Y'all just, like I said, arms wide open. Come on in here. Everybody is welcome. Everybody is welcome. If they need somebody to talk to, we're here for one another. That's all. That's all what my channel is all about. But like I said, it says bullies more likely to have a mental disorder. If you let me make this screen a little bit there, because I know some people have, and it's probably blurry. I know some people have a hard time. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit clearer for you guys. Hi, Penny, honey. How are you doing? Hopefully your doggy is okay and doing better. You're not late. I haven't even been in here 20 minutes, honey. So you're good to go, sweetheart. It says bullies more likely to have a mental disorder. If you ever wondered if there was something wrong with bullies, and those who engage in bully behaviors, research now has some better idea. It could be a component of a mental disorder, and according to a study out of Brown University, and this is dated in 2012. But sorry I cut it short. But I like older, pulling up kind of old research, or old websites or information, if that makes any sense. Because I think, I guess you could say, as Rebel calls me, I'm kind of like old school. I should have been raised in the 80s instead of born in the 80s, because I like the older stuff. I think it is more, I just like the older stuff. So yeah, I think the old saying goes is, the oldie but a goodie. This was back in 2012. So granted, it is older, but I still think this is very useful information. So that's why I decided to share it with everybody. And I'm sure the other two pages, they're probably older too, but that's okay, because that's just how I am. So that's so right. But it says it could be component of a mental disorder, according to a study of Brown University, and presented today at the American Academy of Pediatrics annual meeting, which is in 2012, like I said. After analyzing responses from a parent survey, the researchers found that those who were considered bullies were more than twice as likely to experience depression, anxiety, and attention deficit disorder, which is ADD or ADHD. Bullying is a problem in many schools, but we need to realize that bullying isn't always just plain old bad behavior. Sometimes there are factors at play. Because of the survey nature of the study, the researchers couldn't say whether the mental health problems might be contributing causal factors of bullying or whether such disorders as a result of someone who engages in bullying behavior. All too often, society focuses on victim of bullying. Little help may be offered to the bully, who may also be suffering from concerns that could benefit from treatment or, at the very least, parental attention. Some experts agree, adding that it is also important for parents, Lord have mercy, I can't even talk. Shoo, Lord, guys, sorry. Clinicians and teachers to identify the root of the children's anger and to help the children channel their aggression in a better way. Parents of bullies who are made aware of a child's behavior should take the concern seriously and seek help and treatment for their child. Hopefully, in the earlier stages of the alternative behaviors can be taught and reinforced before some of the more negative ones become entrenched, said Hef, Helfer. I can't pronounce her name. Previous research has found that both bullies and their victims suffer from suicidal thoughts more than 3 times as often as other children. Lord, that's sad. Bullying is being bullied also has been bullying and being bullied also has been found in 2007 study to result in greater risk of adult mental disorders. The disorders suffered tended to be either an anxiety disorder or antisocial personality disorder. Over the summer, we also noted a new tool to help provide school bullies. This tool could allow schools to help better identify potential bullies and help them before they turn into actual bullies. Bullying is never an excusable behavior. Studies like this help shed light on complicated dynamics and play with this behavior and offers parents and professionals ideas on how to help reduce it. Okay, that's one page. Here's another one. It says, how does bullying affect mental health? This was in 2021, so it's really not too old, just like maybe not even 2 years old. March would be 2 years, so it's um, really not too old. Yeah, Ritalin is awful. Our son suffers with ADHD. And I told them, I said, you're not putting it, well, me and Rebel both told him, you're not putting him on Ritalin. He is not on Ritalin. He's on some medicine, but he is not on Ritalin. Nope. Nope. And Papercut Tina, honey, I'm sorry, but let's see, I'm sorry. My daughter, I'm sorry that your daughter was bullied, honey. It's terrible. I went through it as a child, and Lord have mercy, it's bad. But I'll tell you guys my story here once we get done with this. But I hate that your daughter had to go through that. It's terrible. It really sucks. Really bad. Yeah, it's terrible. But anyway, it says, how does bullying affect mental health? Bullying may have a reputation as a schoolyard problem, but its mental health effects go far beyond the schoolyard. Bullied children face an increased risk of social and emotional problems in the short and long term, even into adulthood. Impact of bullying. Bullying happens when one child has a physical or social advantage over another, and they use that advantage to act aggressively towards the other. Short term effects. In the short term, bullying can lead to anxiety, depression, low self esteem, difficulty sleeping, self harm, or suicidal thoughts. Thank you, Riff. Yeah, hit that like button for me if y'all don't care. Thank you so much. These experiences can seem to fade away over time, but that doesn't mean the child has gotten over it. Research increasingly shows that children who experience bullying are at higher risk of mental health problems as they grow into adulthood. Long term effects. The effects of bullying don't go away when a child grows up. Research shows that young adults who are bullied as a child have an increased risk of mental health difficulties, including generalized anxiety, panic disorder, agoraphobia, which I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of agoraphobia. Kind of interesting. Maybe if somebody knew what that is, maybe they could put it in chat because I'm kind of curious what that is. Um, Depression, loneliness, school avoidance. Sorry about the crazy thing right there. Mental health outcomes for people who bully. Trying to go past that. Bullying doesn't just harm the victim. Research shows that young bullies are more likely to be aggressive and act out in other ways. They are also more likely to feel less positive about the future and develop antisocial personality disorders as adults. Children who are both bullies and bullied tend to struggle the most as adults. These children have the highest rates of anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, and substance abuse compared to children who are victims or bullies only. Responding to bullying. This cycle of bullying and poor mental health isn't inevitable. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly, guys. It may stop if adults learn to notice bullying and help children diffuse the situation. Okay, let me see if that's okay. Sorry. Bullying takes many forms. It may be physical, hitting, kicking, punching, etc. Verbal, name calling, teasing, threatening. Social exclusion, rumors encouraging other bullies. Virtual, posting untrue things online, sending threats, which is called, oh Lord have mercy, I had a brain fart, guys. Um, oh Lord, cyberbullying. That's what that is. You may see some of these things happening, but not always. Bullying often happens when adults leave the room and children are alone together. As the old saying goes, like out of sight, out of mind. Um, Instead, you might notice the effects of bullying, like a child who doesn't want to go to school or isn't talking to their friends anymore. A bullied child may also show physical symptoms like fatigue, headaches, and changes in eating habits. Sorry about all these stupid ads. Lord, it's aggravating. I hate to find a page and all that has all these stupid ads on it. Starting a conversation about bullying. When you suspect bullying, it is important not to wait for the child to say something. In intimidate or like I said, guys, I'm trying. Phew, Lord, I'm tired. Uh, the conversation yourself and ask if they're afraid or uncomfortable around anyone at school. It's hard to know what to do when a child is being bullied. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask the child to identify adults in school they trust. Find out if there's anything the child thinks you can do to help stop the bullying. Talk to them about healthy responses too. Avoid the glip response of just walk away and brainstorm with the child. How can they feel mentally strong and safe around the bully? Some kids enjoy having a snappy comeback for the bully. Others prefer to take refuge at a friend's lunch table. Make sure the child knows that they don't have to be friends with everyone. Just one good friend can be enough to make you feel strong. Remembering have a safe space. Sorry, having a safe space to talk is hugely important for children's mental health. It's the difference between feeling alone in the face of a bully and knowing that they have someone at their back. Bullying preventing strategies. Every U.S. state requires schools to implement Lord have mercy, implement bullying prevention programs, yet one in every five students say that someone has bullied them. What's more, 41% of students who have been bullied think it would happen again. That's so sad. Rick, I do this every time I go live. Every time. Most of my I think this is the first time you've been in here, but most of them are used to it. Plus, I have the calming what do you call it? The calming voice. So they're like, this is so much more calming over here than everybody's screaming at each other. um, and Rick, I'll make you a mod here in just a few minutes when when I'll get done with all the screaming. What's more, 41% of students who have been bullied think it would happen again. The problem is that children have their own social worlds, largely under the radar of adult eyes, and it's hard to find a prevention program that will break the barrier. Punishment based programs don't work, and neither do strategies that require the children to work it out amongst themselves. Uh, let's see. Positive school climates. When a school invests time and attention in building positive relationships among students and encouraging every child's mental and emotional health, rates of bullying decrease. This includes giving teachers the tools they need to handle bullying among their students. Social and emotional learning programs. Children need to learn to manage their feelings and relate their behaviors. Social and emotional learning programs help by teaching them to understand how they feel and choose positive expressions. Open communication at home. Adults can't intervene when they don't know what's going on, and children won't volunteer information if they don't feel emotionally safe. It's important for parents to encourage children to open up to them so that if bullying does begin, the child knows that they can get help. Remember, children are still developing their managing skills. They need adults' help in navigating their social world, whether that means direct intervention or just the support they need to make it through the tough time. It may seem like a small thing now, but it can transform their mental health in a big way. Okay. And this says the impact of bullying on mental health. And this is psychiatry and behavior sciences from UT Health Houston McGovern Medical School. And hold on just a second. Let's see. Okay. Says there has been a lot of conversation in the media lately um, about bullying and the damaging impact it can have on mental health. Bullying is defined as the unwanted aggressive behavior that presents in an engagement with another individual or individuals that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. Thinking back, most people can probably identify a time when they experienced bullying and how it made them feel. Bullying happens everywhere: schools, workplace, friend groups, online, and it's important to remember it does not just happen to children. And that is so true. It does not happen. I mean, definitely does happen to the children, but it happens to everybody. So that's what I'm saying. If y'all see, if anybody sees something, say something or speak up. You know that you might be the only voice that that person has at that time, or just has in general. So definitely speak up and say something, because you might be their only voice. So definitely say something. With the technical world that we have moved to, access to bullying has grown significantly. Cyberbullying, and this is huge. I know this is a big thing too. You're welcome, Riff brother. I appreciate it. I know that hi Brittany, honey. I know that you're a really good mod, Riff. So I appreciate you being in here, and you're welcome. Thank you so much, brother. Hi Brittany, honey. Hope you're doing okay. And hi Markella. I hope you're doing okay, honey. Markella, you better take care of yourself, sweetheart. Oh Lord, honey. Prayers, Markella. I hope you get to feeling better. Just be careful, because vision ain't nothing really messed with. So just be careful, honey. Lord have mercy. That's crazy. Just take care of yourself. I mean, if it gets any worse, you better go to the doctor and get your eyes checked, because that's definitely not nothing to mess with. Your vision is definitely not nothing. Lord have mercy. And that could cause headaches or anything. So just be careful, sweetheart. It says, like I said, cyberbullying. So that's a huge thing. I mean, like, bullying in person is a huge thing, but cyberbullying, I think that's getting out of control. Where the pandemic happened, a lot of more people are online now than they were before the pandemic happened. So I think cyberbullying is more, like, I guess you could say, to me, this is my opinion. I think it's more higher now than it was before the pandemic happened. That's just my opinion, though. That's just how, I think that it is. Lord have mercy, honey. Prayers, Markella, sweetheart. I hope you'll get to feeling better, and hopefully it gets to feeling doing better and feeling better. Lord have mercy, honey. Anyway, cyberbullying, which refers to being bullied online or through digital devices, and can happen through text messages, social media apps, gaming chats, and platforms, and pretty much anywhere people view and share content. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention 2019 Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance Systems. Oh, that's a lot to say. Data shows that an estimated 15.7% of high school students were electronically bullied in a 12-month prior to the survey. Just because many of us are going to school or working from home doesn't mean that bullying has stopped. The pandemic has led to youth being connected significantly more than before to their digital devices. For some, digital contact has been the only way they have communicated within the past year. L1GHT, I have no idea what that is. An organization that tracks online harassment is reporting that cyberbullying has increased 70% in the past few months, and that is in 2019. So that was a couple of years ago. So it's still, hey, Ghost Devil. Hey, Digger Duck. Hey, Ghost Devil. Hey, Dumpling. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. Dumpling, Dumpling, Dumpling. Ghost Devil, hopefully you had a good trip, honey. Let's see. The effects of bullying have serious and lasting negative impacts on our mental health and overall well-being. Bullying can cause feelings of rejection, exclusion, isolation, low self-esteem, and some individuals can develop depression and anxiety as a result. In some cases, it can develop into acute stress disorder or post-traumatic stress disorder. Research has shown that being a victim of bullying can lead to longer term impacts, including interpersonal violence, substance use, sexual violence, poor social functioning, and poor performance. Even witnessing bullying can impact one's well being. Being bullied at young age can affect someone well past childhood and can cause lifelong psychological damage. During these young years, children are identifying roles, developing personalities, and figuring out who they are. When a young person is bullied, it can lead to problems with trust in others, self esteem, and anger. It can be hard to develop relationships with others at any older age when you may not have had any young at any younger age. When we repeatedly presented with blows about who we are and what we're doing, we create a poor self-image and expect that others see us in the same light. Bullying often leaves us with lingering feelings turned into anger towards others or ourselves. When one goes through bullying over a long period of time, they may begin to blame themselves for being bullied, thinking thoughts such as, if I wasn't so ugly, people would leave me alone, or if I tried harder, people would make fun of me. The types of thoughts can change how we see and feel about ourselves and leave long term impacts. If you are a parent to a digital teen and you are working from home, you are spending more time than ever with your children. Or if you're homeschooling, like a few I've seen in here. A few in here, you're definitely spending time with your children if you're homeschooling. Like I know Riff said he homeschooled, and I know Kimmy Poo homeschools. I don't know if anybody else homeschools that I've seen. Let's see. We have a great opportunity to be mindful of what our youth are doing online and how these interactions with others may be affecting them. Create rules on internet use that limit screen time. This can be challenging since those of us working from home are stuck to screens all day, but these rules can help create a balance around positive, healthy social time and encouraging and other activities that make them less likely to engage in cyberbullying. Allow youth to stay connected with others through positive engagement, such as FaceTime or weekly Zoom chats that can help them balance connectivity. It is very difficult for children and teens to not be connected to others, as these connections are necessarily for growth and development. Have open communication. Sorry, guys. Oh, Lord. I'm telling you, Lord have mercy. Um, It's very difficult for children and teens to not be connected to others, as these connections are necessary for growth and development. Have open communications and ensure your children know that they can talk to you about what's going on in their lives. If you are concerned that you or your child are experiencing lingering feelings from the result of bullying, it may be helpful to connect with a mental health professional to identify concerns and negative thinking patterns that may still be present. The stop, the Stomp, STOMP out bullying helpline is free confidential online chat that helps youth ages 13 to 24 with issues around bullying and cyberbullying. If you are interested in reading about bullying statistics, here is a great resource: Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center. Let's see if I can click on that. I don't know if I can or not, but I'm going to try. Okay. Here is the, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but here is the, I don't know if there's a phone number. Here, this is the, like the Stomp Out Bullying Live Help Chat Crisis Line. I guess this is the website, www.stomp, STOMP out, OUT, bullying, which is BULLYING.org/help chat, which is HELPCHAT. And I guess you go in, it's free and confidential, not cost nothing, between the ages of 13 to 14 only. And I guess you go to the website and then I'm sure you probably click there, and here's the hours. If anybody needs this useful information, and they, if anybody needs this is the website, and this is what it looks like. If anybody needs this information, it's like counselors, and here is like specific numbers if anybody needs these. National Sewage Prevention Lifeline and GLBT National Youth Talk Line. And then here's some others. Like you could just go, if anybody needed that information, I just clicked on it just in case. It's just a website. I don't think there's a phone number, but there is a website if anybody needed any of that, So, but let's see. Lord, that was a lot of reading, but hopefully that information. Riff said I need a piece of candy. Thank you, Riff. That was a lot of reading. I think I'm Thank you guys for being in here. I see a few more faces, familiar faces in here. I got 34 people watching. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. And I have 38 likes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kiwi Poo, for getting that website. Let me pull it up on the screen. And I actually showed them what it looked like. So there's the website we was just at for the stompoutbullying.org/help chat. And there it is right there. So if you want to copy and paste, I don't know if you can or not, but if you want to copy and paste it, it's up on my screen. I hope that you don't need it, but if you do need it, please use it. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. It's confidential. If you are being bullied, it's between the ages of 13 to 23 or 24, I think that's what it was, and it doesn't cost anything. So please use it if you need it. That is what we are here for, to help each other out. So please use that website if you need it. I hope and pray that you do not, but if you do, please use it. That's what we're here for, to help each other out. So please use it if you need it, or any of the phone numbers that we share, or anything. And or if anybody needs to get in contact with me, actually, sorry. I actually have an email address. If anybody needs to contact me, or they need to talk to me or anything, and most people already know this, and I'll pull up the stream, the panel, or whatever it's called here in a minute. But I'm just wanting to let you guys know, if y'all need anybody to talk to, if y'all need me to talk, if y'all need me, I'm here for you. And I am not one of those type of people to say anything. If y'all say, please don't say anything. I promise you, I will not say anything. I know that we support one another and we help one another, but I'm one of those type of people. I will not say your name. I will not say what's going on, but I will say, please pray for this person. They have a lot going on, and that's all. That will be all that's said. And a lot of people have trusted in me already, and they know who they are, and I haven't said a word about anything. And so they know that I'm a woman of my word, and when I say that I'm there for you wholeheartedly. So if y'all need somebody to talk to, I'm here for each and every one of you. Like I said, we're a family, and even my new subscribers, or even people that are, not even in the live right now, if they, even the new people that will eventually show up, or watch me later on, and like and subscribe later on. If y'all need somebody to talk to you, I promise that I will be there. I might not fully understand what's going on, but I promise you I will listen and try to be there for you the best I can. And I promise you I won't say anything unless you tell me to. You give me permission to say something, like on my live or something. I promise you I will not say anything and I will listen to you and be there for you the best that I possibly can. And, like I said, I myself suffer with mental health on a daily, 24/7, 365 days a year, and it sucks. It sucks so bad. Big time. Sucks big time. Honestly, sucks. Whew. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. Really. And I'm on medicine and it still sucks. It's a fighting with yourself battle and you just can't win. It sucks. And I'm in counseling and it just sucks. It's very draining. It just sucks. But I'm just saying, I'm there for everybody. And more people should be like that, but true people are very hard to come by. And when you find somebody, and I'm not putting myself out there. I'm just saying, a lot of you sweet people are already, I could tell that you guys are true. And I'm just saying true people are very hard to come by. And when, I've met, I haven't met y'all, but I've talked to a lot of you guys and I could tell, you know, that all of you guys are true, the ones that I have talked to. So, you can tell good people. And I genuinely feel in my heart that each and every one of you guys are true and good people. So, that's why I'm saying we're here for each other. We're here for each other. And so if y'all need somebody to talk to, I'm wholeheartedly there for you guys. I promise you that. And like I said, you know, we're here for one another. And I myself suffer with mental health. There's somebody might be, they might not suffer with mental health, but they might have a family member that that might suffer with mental health. They might be a caregiver of somebody. I don't know the situation, and everybody suffers with things differently. But I'm just saying, we're in this together, and if you need somebody to talk to, I'm there for you, and I'm sure there's other people that are there for you too. I'm just saying, on my perspective, on my side, I'm there for each and every one of you guys. And if y'all need somebody to talk to, I promise you, I won't say a word unless you give me permission. If it, say, so for example, me, okay, Becca's going through a rough time. I'll just use me as an example. Becca's going through a rough time, and, Becca says it's okay to mention her situation on the next slide. You know what I'm trying to say? But if you tell me, please don't say anything, I won't say a word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying I'm there for each and every one of you guys. And, wholeheartedly, I love you guys. I'm here for you guys. Even my new people coming in here, I love you guys too. I'm just here for you. And we're bringing awareness. We're here to support one another. And, I'm just kind of like being kind of like, a, we're a support system and a friend on the internet, like an actual true friend, not somebody that stabs you in the back, so to speak. We're not those type of people. We're a judge free zone, and we agree to disagree type of opinion people, and we're still friends at the end of the day. Like, what I mean? So, or as a family, what I mean? We're more like a family than a friend. That's how I look at it. So, that was my little, It's not a rant because I don't think that's a rant. I'm just saying, I'm just pouring my heart out and just saying you guys need me. I'm here for each and every one of you guys. And like I said, a few of you guys already know, I've already been there for you guys without saying their names. So, and my email, I don't know if it's been dropped in there. Kimmy Poo or one of my moms, they should have it. If not, I'll put it in there if they don't have it. If y'all need to get in contact with me, my email, I have a Facebook, and I don't know. And I appreciate you guys too. I love each and every one of you guys, and even like I said, my new people in here. I love y'all too. I'm just, that's just what kind of person I am. I've been shit on my whole life, and I just want to be able to help people, and I'm just that type of person. So it does help. It does help. And you guys are welcome. But Kimmy Pooh sharing my email if y'all need to get in contact with me or anything like that. And I do have a Facebook. Um, I don't have a tattooed angel Facebook yet, but I do have a Facebook, and most of you guys are on it. But if not, I don't know, Kimmy Poo, if you got the link, or Dumpling, or one of you guys have the link for my Facebook. Most of you guys are on it, but just in case, if anybody needs it or anything like that. And I actually, that's what Rebel was trying to hand me. I actually have a text only number. Uh, Thank you, Rift. I actually have a text only number. I don't know how you would, um, if anybody can't like have a hard time, like if anybody doesn't have no Wi-Fi where they can email me or Facebook me or whatever, or they just have like if they don't have no data or they can't email me, I actually have a text only number. I don't know how you go about. Do you want to type this in since you're one of my mods? I'm talking to Rebel. Rebel, say hi.
What's up, everybody? Listen.
I put Rift as one of my mods.
Oh, good deal.
He said he loves our flag.
Thank you, Rick. Becca has a number now. It's a text number. That way, if y'all don't want to put it out on here, you can text her and she can talk to you on it. I'll give y'all the number now, and then I'll write it in there also. And that way, Kimmy and Dumpling can take it down, or whoever that's a mod that wants to put it in there. Type it in there.
Hold on a minute. It's like I said, it's just text. It's like if people don't have data or something to send me an email, or a Facebook or something. It's just text only.
That's the number right there. Hey, Paper Cut. It's text only though, but that way you can text her, and maybe she can call you on her regular phone if she would like. Um, so, mods, if y'all want to copy that number down, that way you can hand it out.
But yeah, make sure you put in the he didn't put in parentheses.
It's 1-276-302-2314. And that there's yours. You got it on there.
Hey, Pac-Man, how are you? Pac-Man saying hi.
What's up, Pac-Man? And that's Becca's. Is that your Facebook?
Is that my Facebook?
Yeah, that is.
I don't know.
It is.
I don't copy my Facebook, so I don't know.
Yeah, somebody sent you a friend request there.
I don't know.
Click on that.
Hold on.
Well, never mind. You have to do it later.
I will listen to that. Digger Duck. Reach out and touch one. Noise what? Have you ever heard of that one?
No, but we'll do it.
We'll have to listen to that, Digger Duck. Noise part. I ain't got no pen. Hold on, let me get pen and write that
Christine
down.
Muse says, I got to go out today. We were at T-Mobile for like 4 hours, but I'm blessed. I have a working phone now.
Woohoo! I hope you're doing okay, honey. I ain't talked to you in a while. I hope you're doing okay, sweetie. Let me write that down before I forget. Noise works.
Reach out and touch someone. It's a song by Noise Works. Reach out and touch someone.
Well, I can get a pen that works. Hold on.
It works. You need to get a little pad in here.
Reach out and touch someone. Is that what you said, Digger Duck? Reach out and touch someone.
Reach out and touch someone by Noise Works.
Okay, I'll write it down, Digger Duck. I'll have to listen to it. But yeah, that's my text now phone number. As I said, no, I know a whole lot of people. Most people have data, but just in case if they don't, or their data's acting crazy, like some people's, because sometimes mine does, and I'm sure a whole lot of people. Oh Lord, cell phones can be a pain in the rear sometimes. So, that's a text now number. Just that, well, it's a text only number, I guess you could say. So if anybody need to get in contact with me, y'all have my email, you got my Facebook, you got text only number. So there's 3 ways to get in contact with me if y'all need somebody to talk to. So that's what I said. If y'all need somebody to talk to, y'all, I promise you I'm here for each and every one of you guys. So let me put my link up here, and y'all come up here and say hello. And I mean, I hate to hear bully stories, but um, I want to share my story. So hopefully, um, kind of curious about if anybody has any stories. I hate to say that, but you know. Thank you so much, Rick. I'm just starting out. I got 171 subscribers, so like I said, if it takes me 6 months to get there, I'll eventually get there. But you know, I'm not in a rush. If I get there, I get there. Yeah, I know I eventually will, but you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. But that's not what it's all about anyway. But you know what I'm saying. Okay, I put that. I pinned my the link or whatever the thing is called. Rebel's more of this more better at this cuss than I am. Lord have mercy. I pinned my stream at the link or whatever it's called up at the top of the chat. If anybody wants to come up on panel, I'll get it right in a minute, guys. I'm just tired. Lord.
Good what?
Ooh, cold. It's cold outside. At least it ain't snowing no more. Woohoo! It's just cold. Is it snowing again? Oh. It was snowing yesterday. Y'all come on up. Well, I love you, Kimmy Poo, honey. I just try to be there for you.
Who's bullying my Kimmy Poo? Don't make me come on YouTube Street
Oh,
and get
I already.
me.
Yeah, you can come up, Kimmy, honey. I see my Lorraine. You better come up and say hello to me, honey. Hi, darling.
Hey,
Can
Becca.
you hear me? How are you,
Yes, I can hear
darling?
you. I suffer
Can you
from
hear?
that. I have very bad anxiety. So, like,
I
if I go
know.
in Walmart, it's like my chest is going to bust open. And now that they don't
I know,
stay
honey.
open all night, I can't go at night when there ain't a lot of people there. Even if I'm
Right.
driving, like when I go to my orthopedic doctor, he's in Macon. There's sometimes when the traffic's real bad, I have to pull over because I'll get the trembles, and
Right.
I can only take my medicine certain times, but I've never
Right.
been that way. I don't know why I've become that way, but it's just something you have to get used to. And it's been hard for
Right.
me because I've been always an outgoing person. I love
I know.
people, and
I'm the
it's
same
just
way. I can't do the get like I if I go to the store, I got to get the shit and get out. I can't do the crowds. It freaks
I,
me out. I can't do it.
that's me. And I found a little grocery store here in town, and that's where I go because there's not a
Right.
lot of
Get the stuff and
people
get
and all. So I go there. But I
out.
mean, and my baby son had ADHD, and he was forever getting in trouble and
Right.
being like a class clown, and you know
Right.
and I took him to a specialist, and the specialist I took him to, he was ADHD and ADD. And he looked at that doctor. He said, I'm not taking that medicine. He said, and I'll tell you why. He said, my daddy was a drug addict,
Right.
and I'm not going to do that. He said, I'll learn to cope with my own. And he would learn to go in his room and deal with he would watch his movies, and I bought plenty of pillows in my lifetime with him. Plenty of pillows, plenty of phones,
Right.
because he'd beat them pillows to death. But to
They get
this
mad.
day
Y'all
you
eat it.
would
Right.
to this day you wouldn't. He still has to have something to do all the time, but you would never think that. But he just wouldn't. He just refused to take medication, and but I'm
Right.
glad you do this channel.
That,
I don't like get emotional like I
I
did that
appreciate
night.
that's what it's
That
all about.
girl, when that girl was
I
in
know,
that
but we was.
domestic thing, that
I
really
know.
just brought
I'm just
back a
glad that
lot
she
of
got the help
memories.
she needed. I
I
was.
mean,
I mean, I'm
I
hoping. I mean,
worried.
I
I
know.
worried
I
that
know,
night.
honey.
I cried and I cried because I know that life. I know that life.
Hey,
And
Becca.
I know, honey. And we was trying to help her. I was. Has she been on? Hold on, just a second, Penny, honey. Has she been on? Has she been on Dolly's Live? Do y'all know that she did? She go into the shelter? Have y'all seen her on there? Because I haven't been on Dolly's Live. Has she been on there? I don't know.
I hadn't
Have
seen her
y'all
no
seen her?
more.
Are you guys talking
I
about
don't know.
Sophia? That Sophia girl?
No.
Oh, okay.
Great. Pinchy Granny. I think
Oh,
that's what was. Ain't that what her name was? Pinchy Granny.
Cheek
I think
pinching
that's what her name
granny.
was. Yeah,
Chin
that's what it was,
pinching.
Penny. Have
Yeah.
y'all seen her anymore? I know y'all were, or
I
she. I
haven't
know
seen her in a few weeks.
I haven't
she was
either,
in a
Penny.
shelter.
oh yeah, she was
I'm
the
just
one
hoping she's
going through
okay. If she's at least
domestic.
safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what Lorraine's talking about. I just hope that she's okay. You know what I mean? She's safe.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But Becca, I just want to say
Yeah,
something and then I'm going to jump down and let somebody else go up.
you're fine, honey. You go ahead, honey.
Okay. Last night I was sitting on Rebels, the bonfire, and I started to doze off. And so as I picked up my phone because I had it on my little tripod, and I was getting ready to text in the chat good night to everybody. I have carpal tunnel in my hands really bad. My left hand
Right.
worse than my right. Well, my hand went into a spasm and I dropped my phone. And before it hit the floor, I grabbed it with my right hand. And apparently, as I did that, it was honestly accidental. I find out today that I timed somebody out or I deleted Alice the Gamer's
Oh.
comment, and I just wanted to publicly apologize. It was
Right.
accidental. I would never, ever do anything like that. And I wanted to let everybody know that's not me. I'm not that
Right.
kind of a person.
We know that, Penny.
Aw.
And I wanted
Oh,
Rebel to
honey.
know I am very sorry that that happened, but no, it was accidental. I did not know anything about it until this morning when I got up.
And
Oh, honey, I appreciate. I didn't. I know you didn't intent. I'm sure you didn't intentionally, mean to do anything,
No,
So yeah, I'm sure I think he's watching. I'm sure he appreciates it. You know.
can,
So
Becca, can I
well,
he's
say
not.
something to
I don't know.
I
Can I
went
say
back
something to
through.
Kimmy
Do what?
Pooh?
Hold on, Leroy.
Rebel said you're good, honey. Do you see?
Huh?
Did you see in the chat, Penny? Penny, he said you're good.
No, I wasn't paying attention to the comments. Hold on.
Penny, he said, Rebel said you are good.
Okay. Thank you.
He just, you're welcome, honey. You're fine. I appreciate you coming on. You're more than welcome to come up here and stay up here. You know that.
I know, but I'm on my phone and I've got it on the charger. But
Oh,
once it gets past 20, it goes down. It won't charge while I'm on here.
oh
It
Lord.
sucks too much juice. So
Oh,
I'm going to jump off here and I have to turn my tablet on that I have on charge and leave my phone off so this way I can still follow along, but I'll be in the chat on my tablet.
all right, honey. Well, I love you, honey. He said no, no problem.
All
Love you,
right.
Penny.
Thank you.
We love
Love
you,
you all too.
Bye,
honey.
Penny.
Have a good night. We'll see
Bye.
you in chat,
I'll be in the chat. All right. Bye bye.
honey.
Can I say something to Kimmy Pooh?
Yeah, I think she. Well, I don't see her screen, but if she's still there, I don't know. I hope her phone's working correctly. Okay, she said she's got a phone call. She'll be there in a second. She's in the
Okay.
chat. She said she's got a phone call. She'll be right back in just a second.
And you know
Hey,
that
Granddaddy
bullying.
Annie, how are you? Hon? Okay, she said she's got a phone call. She'll be there in a second.
Look, that bullying. I lost a
How are you?
nephew from being bullied by his wife, and he hung himself.
Oh, jeez.
He hung himself with a plastic coat hanger.
It's crazy.
Wow.
You know,
Hey, ladies.
hey, Granny Annie.
Hi.
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 Hello.
Becca, I just sent you an email to your Gmail account
Okay, honey. I'll look at it.
of some notes about some of the things I'd like to talk about. I love what you're trying
Okay.
what you're trying to do, and I would love to see you go
I
viral.
appreciate it.
And I think you're
I
on the right
appreciate it
track.
so much.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
so you know a little bit about me. My heart is healing child trauma and stuff like that. Well, uh, uh, and so my background is uh, have an accounting and business management degree, magna cum laude, um, rehabilitation specialist. I am really, really tired. This keeping up with Jimmy is exhausting. I'm also educated in ministry and theology, Christian counseling. Um, Going over, I've sat on the board of directors of different foundations and stuff like that, addressing some of these issues. And so I have some ideas I'd like to share with you in building your channel and building a mental health
That'll
channel.
be fun. I appreciate
Because
it.
um, I think what Jimmy's doing is amazing, and he is true crime. But so much of this is mental
Right.
health. It goes hand in hand. And I think to be
Yes, ma'am.
successful, it's going to be
Yes,
very
ma'am.
important to keep them very separate. Um, for liability reasons, a whole bunch of stuff. Um, so going back to my notes, and I think you can share these. Uh, with watching, your first podcast and stuff, talking about wanting to work with mental health and stuff like this. And you were saying that you wanted to do something that's never been done before. I've got you on quotes. And, it made me think like, there are plenty of YouTubers and
Yes,
stuff
ma'am.
talking about mental health. Dr. Ramani, that there's a lot of competition. But I think you have an opportunity to do something here that never has been done before. Um, One of the things uh, I was experienced back in my hippie days and stuff like that when I was in high school. This was before 9/11. It was in the 1960s, Vietnam War stuff going on. The drug thing was raging in the country with rock music and all that. A lot of hippies experimenting with drugs and stuff. And so my high school, or actually it wasn't my high school, but comprised primarily of my classmates in high school and junior high school. Actually, I was in junior high school at the time. Um, Put together a call-in um, uh, talk line. Back then, people sitting around talking. I was rapping. People could rap about any other issue. It was called Open Line, and primarily we're doing things like people trying to help kids, classmates. This is a peer-to-peer, grassroots self-help group. The kids were ODing. We man the clocks, all volunteer students. And around the clocks, kids ODing on drugs, kids that were suicidal, kids that were depressed, uh, all the issues that kids go through. And it was a very successful program. It ran for years. It worked. It worked. Um, was eventually shut down because it became so successful. The overall program was supervised
Right.
by a psychologist, and we had we had to do a couple classes, on how to listen and stuff like that. But I eventually closed down because it became so successful. The professionals in the community were saying, "Oh no, only psychiatrists can do this type of stuff," um, which was too bad because it works. And I think you are witnessing it happening in the Turtle Gang. Uh, I think what I've been seeing occurring is amazing, and one of the things that's just totally blown me away is, not only are you guys, tracking down these child killers and stuff like that, but you're helping the people that are victims, people that have been uh, that are experiencing and trying to deal with kids that are experiencing childhood trauma, because yeah, that is a
Exactly.
serious problem, and these are
Exactly.
these are issues that all the professionals, we're seeing all the experts on TV saying, how can we stop this? How can we address this? How do we catch these
Right.
people? How do we prevent it? And the Turtle Gang's doing it. Actually, not only, and Jimmy's like legend, um, and just going to become more so. And I think Jimmy is so smart. I think he realizes it. He's starting to position himself for growth, and setting it up. And I hope this just blows up. Just blows the roof off on his channel of what he's doing, because he's doing a bunch of things that nobody has done before, and that no other true crime drama or true crime person on the internet is doing that I can see. He's going up boots on the ground. He's been confronting killers face to face, with Lilani and Billy Joel and stuff like that. You know, Betty is there along with them and stuff like that. But there are no, really no other YouTubers doing stuff like that. Um, uh, but the other thing is, not only with that, Jimmy with his talk show and stuff, and the call in and the chat, um, are bringing all these people in from around the world dealing with these same issues. and the Turtle Gang has done something.
They're
I have not seen
lagging. I don't know what's
any
going
other
on.
Becca, I can drop down.
I don't know. Can y'all still see
channel.
me?
Can you hear me?
I don't know. Yeah, I can. I know everybody was
Okay.
doing this for a minute, and I don't know
Yeah,
what was going on. Everybody was doing
I can
that. I don't know.
I can drop down, Becca, if you need me to.
No, you're
Becca,
fine, honey. It's I don't know what
Okay.
well, you said your internet
you
was
seem fine
lagging.
now. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Um,
It seems like it's fine
Kimmy,
now. I don't know.
Yes, Lorraine?
I want to say I'm sorry if I was trying to overtalk a while ago on his channel. Um, it wasn't nothing disrespectful to you. I was trying to get them to get to you, and
No.
and
No,
also,
I dropped down because I couldn't handle all the yelling and talking. So,
and
and
I really think it was getting to Betty because I think she started crying, and I also want to apologize to Rebel and all because I don't mean to do that and all.
no, you're
But
good. You don't
I
owe me
just
an
wanted to
apology, bud.
apologize.
You don't owe me an apology, but if it makes you feel better, you're completely forgiven.
Well, I mean, I don't want to make no one mad or upset and all
No,
because
I wasn't mad.
that's not my nature to do that
Well, I know that.
and all.
I know
And
that.
I hope Rebel's listening, and I hope I want to apologize to him too.
It's
But
kind
Well,
of hard because, like, Lorraine has a slower voice than me and a deeper voice. And I'm kind of quick when I talk. And then all of our internets come in at different times. It's kind of hard, right? To know when to
well,
stop, when to start.
my voice is from the surgeries I've had on my
Oh, I
throat,
understand that. I'm not judging you, Lorraine. I'm just
and
saying, you know.
no, it bothers me because a lot of people think I'm a man, and I'm
Oh,
not.
that's terrible.
And it's because they touched my vocal cords when they did the cancer surgery, and I had to learn how to talk all over again. They
Well,
said I would never talk, but
I don't think you sound like a man at all. I wanted to say, though, I realized when Grand Mammy was talking, you're the one that lives in Whidbey Island, right?
Yes, neighbor. Hey.
All right. Hi.
Yeah, we were talking about hitchhiking in New Hampshire and stuff.
there's
Okay.
Rebel.
Okay, good.
There's Rebel. I want to apologize to you too.
For what?
Well, I didn't want to be the one to be over talking everybody, you know.
You're
I
fine.
try not to do that.
We're
No.
stressing over shit.
Yes, sir.
It's fine.
No. But
Hey,
I think Betty was taking it pretty hard tonight.
well, I mean, they were talking about kids. Of course they were. But then
And
now listen. This is Becca's show. Let's talk about Becca stuff.
yes, sir.
You're fine.
Not my shit.
Yeah.
Not Molly shit. Not Betty shit. Not tattoo couples. No, this is Becca's
You're
show.
fine. I'm just listening.
But
Yeah.
I do want to say something. I do have a calling card to get Dumpling up here now. If y'all would like to hear it.
Go,
Molly?
do it, do it, do it.
Well, listen. I just played it.
Oh, water running with the phone.
No, that was my phone.
You was already
There she
sitting there
is.
waiting.
Dumpling, this is in case
She's
that you have to
already
run.
waiting.
You're so loved, Dumpling. Don't worry.
Dumpling, this is in case you have to go to the
She's
bathroom.
already waiting.
See, I knew I heard
Oh my
water.
goodness.
Love you.
You're crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Becca outed me right when I was like in the back
And
listening to the water.
Becca, I
Oh,
don't know if we
Lord.
could ever. I don't know if we could ever talk about this on your show, but how would you talk about it in because I still deal with it today. With being ard.
No, no.
Okay.
'Cause-
Okay.
and
It's
it's
hard
not.
to talk about.
It's hard for Becca to talk about. Very hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
That's why.
understand.
That's why she put the phone out there in case you wanted to text and talk about it.
Yeah. You can
Okay.
always text
I totally understand that. I totally understand that.
What I'm saying is, you can text her to talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Did y'all
you
get
can
that
text
number
me.
to throw out there?
Did you put down
Yes,
that
sir.
phone
I got
number?
it wrote down.
I didn't.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Dina. I didn't see you because I didn't see your face.
let me see if I got it here.
Becca, may I continue?
I haven't. I can post it.
Okay, thank you, Kimmy.
You're welcome.
And Rebel, I'll text you mine because I got to get Becca back on my friend request.
She sits in the dining room rift, and I sit in the bedroom. So there it is, Grandmammy Annie.
I'm sorry, what?
That's Becca's text number right
It's
there. If you want
a
to text her.
text only.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can't
it's
text.
text
I don't
only.
have a
Yeah.
cell phone.
Oh, okay.
I sent it. I sent it by Gmail.
Okay. I thought you was asking for the number.
That was me.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Deanna. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't use a cell phone when I'm in America.
But Rebel, did you
But there's
get a
there are
day
notes
off?
on a business plan.
Oh, okay.
Becca, you look nice.
How to create a platform
Oh,
in a
you
mental
got to
health.
create a platform on here.
Becca,
What?
you look very nice tonight. I love them colors.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Kimmy?
She was
Okay, so
asking
to
if we
get
could
back
hear
to
her.
what I was saying,
Go ahead.
one of the things, okay, that Jimmy and the Turtle Gang and stuff have also accomplished that I have not seen any other thing before is rescue these kids.
Right.
And the Turtle Gang just did that with Nani. And no other group is doing that. I don't think any other on has been not on addressing
With
these
who?
issues, but you're saving these kids. You're doing something about that. And with that, people are desperate for solutions. And going back, did you find my email?
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
sorry.
I'll
I'm
email
not
you back
real
when
good
I
at
get
checking
done with
stuff.
my
Okay, so the next point I wanted to get to is, okay, so much of this stuff is so serious and it seems so hopeless, and stuff like that in recovery. But recovery can be fun. People can enjoy being in therapy. They can have challenges, they can do stuff like that. that it doesn't have to be this, uh, and especially with children, and children experience childhood traumas and disabilities, all these issues, that we're
Right.
dealing with. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be so
Right.
serious, and particularly in creating content and driving traffic to your website. And so I see you as having, a self-help, better mental health type platform. You're not trying to give out medical advice because you're not authorized to do that. There are all kinds of liabilities and risks, stuff like that. You
Said
have to,
I'm not a licensed counselor. It's just kind of like a support stream. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For awareness
or
out there. You know.
one of the things I suggested was maybe like a life coach. But I know your success would certainly make some haters cry. That here, you're rescuing kids, you're addressing these issues, you're helping people. Um, as far as liability and stuff, one of the things I love that you're doing, and the next thing I'm going to get into a little bit here is mental health checklist, treatment plan. Uh, and I think it was your stream 2 weeks ago, you were going over a list of mental health tips. I know Tina made a copy of the list. She has a copy of the list. But any of you, so,
Yeah.
and I'm sure I know most of you were here then. You remember the list. But anyone that's had to deal with the mental health industry and so forth, it's all driven. This is how they raise their funds, by having their treatment plans. And these treatment plans can be so generic, uh, and they deal pretty much like that checklist that you were offering. And the thing is, I
Yeah.
think what so many mental health sources and stuff fail is because these treatment plans don't address the issues. Um, but to form a treatment plan, you have to be an MD. So we can't call it a treatment plan, but we can call it a mental health checklist, and use
Right.
it. And the thing is, okay, these treatment plans are used to raise funds. That's how they get their funds. And the more that successful a program can show it is, the more funds it is, the more desperate the situation, a crisis or high risk, the more money that's thrown at it. Now the thing is, you're not you're not a program like that needing to write grants and get that type of funding. You're crowdsourced. So
Right.
with that, raising receiving funds can be slightly different. Um, and one of the things, okay, like with making a treatment plan, is say like using that checklist you had. And okay, I explained, okay, my background, so I'm going to be switching around between different hats. Business administration, rehabilitation, stuff like that. Um, okay, making these treatment plans. You got to write some notes. You can use like that list you used, and say in dealing with someone, and here we're part of the challenge. I made you comes in. I made you a challenge. Um, I'm trying to organize my thoughts so everybody
You're fine.
uh,
Hi, Jessica
can,
Miller. Thank you for
can
being here. Um, Hi, Mom Michelle. Kristen Muse,
okay.
honey,
Well,
have a good night. Thank you for being here, honey.
one of the things that can be done to address some of the issues and stuff is to crisis situations, uh, uh, and so forth. Is by seeing if it meets the checklist, the treatment plan. Um, Again, we don't want to call it a treatment plan, a checklist, but if we can find a solution or
Who did we
something like
just
that,
lose?
huh?
Lorraine jumped off. I think she'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Um,
Sorry, Dumpling.
So that if the group
Yeah, there
wanted to
she is.
help someone or do something, contribute to something, um, you go through the checklist. Does it meet the mental health requirements? To really help this person or whatever. And after the challenge is completed, you go through the checklist again. You have the people that participate in it, rate it, give their responses. Did this help? Did this improve my mental health? And the thing is, you do that for each recipient, whether it's individual or family or whatever, but you start them to building, the statistics of the case file of your success rate. And if you're successful, people will throw money at it. Uh, the organizations that are desperate to try and find solutions. Um,
Can I interject a moment? My
yeah.
my son my son had a checklist,
Uh
and
huh.
one of them was what are your goals and achieving things. But what I think is really important that we need to touch upon sometime, someday, or whatever, is being properly diagnosed. My son has always been pretty much told he has anxiety as of late and OCD since he was a teen, but more recently now, bipolar. I think he has schizoid affective disorder. Um, you know what I mean? And so it's really hard in a way to get the help that you need for your loved one if you don't hardly know completely all that is wrong. And
Yeah.
so having checklists and things like that, even though they're important,
Yeah.
I think it's more important to make sure we know kind of what we're dealing with. Because even when he ran away and he ended up at CQ, up at the hospital in the mental ward 2 different times, I was certain he had schizophrenia, throwing his
Hmm.
wallet away and running away and thinking there's attachments to it. But the MHP, mental health professional, said he had um, glorified or idyllic or whatever it is. Magical thinking due to the autism spectrum. And I was really angry at first. I was like, no, no, there's much more than this going on. But after reading and looking into things and him living with me longer than a few months here and there and go back to his father's and whatnot, he's been here now because of the COVID almost 3 years. That guy or woman was spot on. I mean, that's exactly. So I guess I just wanted to say that because we've been to a lot of different places in Bellingham, and oh shoot, I just said my town. Anyway, but the
You've
thing
mentioned it
is, the
before,
It's
willing,
but
all right.
yeah,
It's all
yeah,
right,
but
but
honey.
the
but
willingness,
no,
you
I'm
have to
listening.
want.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
Tina, you're right.
you have to want the help. Like, I mean, we made him,
Exactly.
his father and I, go to counseling and talk to people up to the age of 18. After
Mm-hmm.
that, you know, so I really like Becca, sorry, her whole really just openness, transparentness, call in if you want. I honestly think, though, if we get too, for lack of better word, rigid and do a checklist and make sure people fit a criteria and are they really mentally ill and all this kind of stuff, I don't think she's going to have the, I don't know what word I'm looking for, the freedom.
Discernment.
Well, yeah, that, but the she's I don't think people are going to feel like they have the freedom to just be who they are. Because a lot of people with these mental issues, they don't know. They don't even know. Some people think they just have extreme anxiety, and then you find out it's GAD, generalized anxiety disorder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, I've said enough for now, but I wanted to say that.
You're
And
fine,
Tina,
Tina.
you're
Oh,
Tina,
Well,
you're
Some
right about
people, they're afraid to
Hmm?
Tina,
ask for
you're
help.
right about that because a lot of
I think
people
that's
shut it down and box it up
Yeah.
and
and don't
I agree
talk
with
about
Tosh.
Oh my God, what is
Oh my goodness,
happening?
are they okay?
I think that's a good point, Tina. And some programs are better than others, and I would say anxiety is one of the most common issues that people have to deal with, that people are being medicated with, over medicated with, and stuff like that, and the other solutions. And nothing,
I
of
agree.
course, replaces the diagnosis of a medical doctor. And before being doing any type of medication advice or anything like that, all that has to
Hold,
be
Tina, are
done
you
by the
okay? Sorry,
That's what I was
grandmamie.
asking.
I just want to make
Are you
sure
okay?
Tina's okay.
Go
Is
ahead,
but
Kitty.
everything
Are
all
Yeah,
you?
really
right, Tina?
quickly, my son kicked some humongous ball that I lay on, and I've kind of told him not to kick it, and it freaked the cats out, knocked a big candle over. I'm fine. I'm just picking up. Thank you, though.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead, Kitty. Folks.
Well, and I
Oh,
kind of agree with Tashi that sometimes a checklist doesn't identify what's really going on with somebody. And then I feel
it
like
doesn't.
right.
somebody just needs to talk sometimes, to vent, to
Yes,
share, to have
yes,
interaction with someone else.
Right.
So,
you're right.
that's just
absolutely.
my
Absolutely, that is
opinion.
one of
Yeah.
the best ways, and the cheapest ways, and most effective ways of dealing with anxiety is just being able to have someone to talk to, and that's where you
Right.
guys fall in. You're doing that, and that's one of the most effective ways to
I'm
deal
so
with it.
lost. What are we talking about? Can someone do a quick rundown for me?
Bullying.
Well, we're
We're
talking
talking
about
about bullying
a challenge,
and mental health.
a challenge
A
I made
challenge?
Becca for
Oh, okay.
in support in support for mental wellness website. I want to see it go viral. So I have
Mm-hmm.
some ideas on how to see that happen. And
Okay,
I think
gotcha.
with the way things are coming together, with Jimmy and what he's trying to do, mental illness is such an important component of it, but it is not true crime. It has to be kept separate. I think you need to be effective. Otherwise, you're going to start getting in some real messy areas. And so that's where I think Becca can come, and what you're doing with this group, mental health group. When Jimmy announced, some of the future, he's forward thinking, and he's trying to think. And one of the things I recognized or saw when he mentioned the party, about having paying people to come on panel and stuff. Jimmy is positioning himself, and he's positioning Dolly Vision for growth, which is awesome. I think
Yeah, but like Rebel said, this is Becca's channel, so he kind of maybe wanted to stick a little bit with Becca, you know?
yes, 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 yes. We're talking about mental health here,
Right.
but how it might fit in. Though Jimmy was saying, he wants to support other creators, and I don't see any reason why Becca can't be one of them. And this
Well,
channel
she's
that
working on it.
she's creating, I see a tremendous amount of potential here, and I've got a bunch of ideas on because Becca, I love your heart. Not only your desire to
Thank
do
you.
something that's never been done before. I have a
Thank you.
personal passion with that. I totally believe in that. I'm a United States patent for electronics invention. Um, and I'm not going to go into detail a lot about what it was, but the Oprah show called me 2 years in a row about it. Jay Leno show, did we believe it or not, and stuff. I
Deanna, are
am
you okay? Sorry.
totally about let's be creative,
Yeah, I'm fine.
but also
Okay.
with that also I learned also a bit about intellectual property rights, how to protect what you're creating. And so one of the things I plan to touch upon are these things, what Jimmy's doing, and this is unrelated to mental health, but it fits in because you can do the same thing and partner with Dolly Vision. Becca's channel can partner with Dolly Vision because I see them going hand in hand. This is all part of the turtle gang, and what the turtle gang is accomplishing. It's kind of like there's a force, there's a movement starting here. Because not only are you addressing true crime, but you're addressing the issues that are going along with it and succeeding. Which I think is just totally awesome. And
Yeah, and like Tutti Frutti said, Miss Becca probably wants to stay far away from Jimmy's craziness over there, and that's what she was saying earlier. She kind of just stays away from that
It was
crazy,
too
don't you,
much.
Becca?
It was too much. It was too much to
Yeah.
me. I'm subscribed to Dolly's, and what I think, like I said, it's just, what when I'm he's doing great. I'm not saying that I like what he's doing and I support him, but I'm just like it's too much. Just too much. I'm just a little channel. I'm starting
yeah,
out. This is
And you
crazy
you
there.
back
Good
up
Lord.
Rebel and
and kind
Rebel,
of, and what he's
Rebel
doing there,
Rebel does
his
true
channel is
crime,
separate.
and you're kind of backing up Rebel with what he's doing, and y'all kind of go hand in hand,
I backed up
and
my
that's
husband Rebel.
awesome.
He does true crime. I'm gonna back him up whenever.
Yeah, that's a
Exactly.
good point, Kimmy Poo. The husband wife team here and backing,
Right,
supporting each other. That's pretty much what's needed right now.
right,
Absolutely.
right.
Where you guys are modeling, okay, healthy, good mental health.
Hold on. I'm sure I can give you right.
And that's, I think, one of the
Who wrote
powerful
this?
things of that you're doing
This should be
is,
able to.
and that
I mean, he
Noni
found it. Yeah, no, but
is doing it. It's how you are dealing, how you are coping. Okay, with childhood trauma,
I mean, just tell him
you're
it's been in your wallet.
dealing with that.
Matter of fact, put it in your wallet just like that, and act like you do something when you reach in to grab it, and you push it down with your finger and say, "Oh shit!"
They
I'm sorry.
mute.
Pull it like that.
Becca, another one
Hold on a
is
minute.
Yeah, you ain't as criminal as I am.
Uh-oh, Becca's spinning.
Oh, well,
yeah.
$2 there.
Rebel, mute,
Yes, ma'am.
mute.
You need to mute.
Oh, I don't care. Everybody heard my past shit. I don't care.
I
And
know, but it's distracting, and we've lost Becca now.
We
she'll,
care, Rebel.
she'll come back in. I didn't say nothing perverted.
Well, I
And Tina,
know.
I had to go back in. My great, this
you're
stupid,
commenting
I
about
was trying to
treatment
tell you.
plans,
Oh, here she
and
comes. There
what?
Becca,
she is.
and, and
Becca.
Here
stuff.
I am.
Yes, as far as like being very specific, as far as I think what you can do on your platform, or what Becca can do with her platform is, yeah, you need medical doctors for stuff like that, but there are some general things that are on the treatment
What
plans, which are like on the checklist of of doing good mental health.
what were you saying, Lorraine?
I would like, like being anorexic. That is part of mental health too.
Mm-hmm.
I suffered with it for a while, and I would like to, you know, hear about stuff like that, and because there's a lot of things that a lot of people doesn't know because that comes in on nerves. And when mine started is after I had my nervous breakdown and all, and through the abuse I lived.
All right. All right, guys, let's do this. Whatever anybody might want to
You
talk
know,
about, send it to Becca's email, and she can go over it tonight after the show, and then she'll start looking up stuff to start going over with y'all.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that
Yes,
is.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just here for
Lorraine, what you're talking
professional
about with the
support.
anorexia and the anxiety and stuff like that. There's some pretty common things as far as improving mental health, um, such as I was on the checklist. I don't have it in front of me, but I think there were like, what, about a dozen things on that, Becca? But there are things like, going outside and getting
I,
exercise,
Yes,
getting
ma'am.
sleep. Um,
not meaning nothing bad, but I'll get a hold of Becca and talk to
No, you're
Becca.
fine.
No, you're
You're
fine.
good,
I'm just saying
Lorraine.
this is
And
that way Becca can look at it and
Sweetie.
think, all right, this can go for the next show, and then I'll make a list of what all I need to look up, and then we can talk about it on that specific show. And
are you
no, I'm
looking up
not
your
saying
list, Becca?
It'll help me out too because I myself suffer with it. So it
Okay.
helps
I
me
mean,
out to come up with topics because sometimes I get brain fog, if that makes sense.
she has brain
I'm
fart.
like I'm like Becca. I've suffered with it pretty much all my life,
Because sometimes I have to ask
and
Rebel, is this a mental health? Is this a mental illness? He's like, I don't know.
No.
and
Josephine said, I can't even make a
Yeah.
grocery list. What list?
Obviously, a group like this, I don't think is going to be capable of dealing with really complex issues. But there are a lot of general issues, um, for better mental health that generally help everybody. Um, and so, as far as what I was saying with the lesson plans and the challenges,
I don't
of
like
course,
being.
there's going to be discretion, some screening, um, and stuff like that. That someone um, isn't trying to scam for money. But the challenge I made Becca was that I'll pay her gas for her to take her children to the beach. Uh, the reason I said that. Um,
Bobby Joe said he was bullied because he was fat, moved around a lot. He said I was always was the outcast in every school I went to. It affected me a lot in school, but I got over it after years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
sad.
Sorry.
Well, it's
sorry, Bobby Joe. That's terrible.
It is.
because you.
I was bullied because I was short and I played basketball and I was the point guard because I was
Mhm.
little, but I could keep the ball away from people. And there were so many people, even during our practices, that bullied me the whole time.
Wow.
I, I, I want to say this. When I first started high school, I used to be a big old boy, and I got bullied a lot because I was a big boy. Well, I'm not going to say this is good for everybody, but I just got tired of being bullied, and I started doing it back to the ones that was doing it to me. I lost the weight. I got tired of me pushing them around. Uh, so I just started slinging them through lockers or trophy cases or whatever. I mean, well, you know, and I'm not going to say that's going to help everybody, but it helped me.
Mhm.
Mm.
I got tired of being the bully, and I guess I bullied back.
You can only be the best person. Well,
Mhm.
Okay, can when I dial this number,
Okay.
will it ring and I talk to her, or does
No,
it
it's a
ring and
text.
I text?
No, it just text.
But I dial that number
No,
first.
you don't dial it.
just
You
text
you
me.
put the number in, and it's
You just
little
text.
text.
Mm.
Text.
Okay, now
Yeah,
what
just
rebel?
text.
Okay, when you go to your text on your phone,
Yes, sir.
do you see your text where your texts are?
Well, not right now. I can't because I'll lose y'all.
But I mean, you know where it's at. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You click on that, it's going to say new recipient. You put in that number and just start writing in the little box at the bottom,
Okay.
and then hit send.
All right.
Because if you dial
And
it,
Britt,
it's going to give you a like a what's that phone where you can dial
Does
it, and no, it's a fax machine. You're going to hear that sound.
does she need a phone?
No, I just got her phone different than her personal phone.
Oh, okay.
But she said she just wanted a text phone. So, and she'll be back. I know she's flipping around there. She'll be back.
Brittany said she got down to 88 pounds due to depression and anxiety and PTSD.
Yeah, and it's very it's hard. I mean, and you don't get over. I mean,
And I
you
will say
learn
this.
to you learn to live with it.
I will say this. Now, Becca talks about it because she's went through it. But now we're not doctors. We're not telling people what to do. Becca's just going through what she went through and trying to help everybody to see what it done to her and to let her know how she's dealt with it. And
Mm-hmm.
then the numbers that she gets is just numbers that she knows that you can call. They're 1-800 numbers. They're full regular numbers that you can call for help.
Mm-hmm.
But what Becca does is not, none of this stuff in here is to be said for you to do if you have a problem. Now you can talk Becca. Talking or texting Becca is one of the best ways because Becca loves to talk.
But
Uh,
that's me because I don't like to go to a bunch of doctors
It's a
because
text.
all they want to do is put you on medication. And
I think any
It's
participation
nice to have
should
somebody
be
to
at one's
talk to.
own risk.
right. Thank you. That's what I was trying
Well,
to say. But I'm not good with words. I'm an old country boy. I'm not good with words. I say it in my
And I don't normally share stuff like this, but I've known y'all enough that I feel like I can talk to y'all. Um, I know I send Kimmy and Dumpling stuff, but it's just and Nani, and I send Rebel stuff. But it's not that I do it out of just to aggravate anybody. It's just y'all are the ones that pop in my mind because I do not deal with my family. I
Right.
mean,
We're like family. We love you,
but it's
Rebecca,
Lorraine.
Laura,
I'll
you
try.
can send me stuff all day long.
Oh,
It doesn't bother me.
Me
all right.
either.
Go ahead, Grandmammy Annie.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to explain the challenge um, on a way to make this fun and enjoyable, to create content, to promote mental health. So one of the things that really struck me and really impressed me with what Becca was doing was saying, uh, doing something different that's never been done before. And on one of Rebel's podcasts and stuff, he had mentioned that Becca had never been to the ocean. I'm not sure of all the reasons why, or anything. The real specific details.
Hold on
Rebel.
a minute, because Ron, because true crime is a part of mental health, and also I think bullying is also a part of mental health, and true crime is considered an extreme. So I don't know why you saying what the fuck is extreme and why is in the true crime what your problem is, but
Kimmy.
maybe you shouldn't be here if
Bye, Felicia.
saying you can watch my whole stream if you got a problem.
Hey, Ryan, kick rocks, buddy. Bounce.
Okay. So can I continue, please, Becca?
She's froze, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I was saying that she had never been
Because
to the
true
beach
crime is
before.
considered,
That
like we were talking about, if you would watched it, it's considered mental health or mental
It's
illness.
coming back over. It's
True
replaying. I'm
crime,
sorry, Grandmammy.
true crime is bad, and like we were,
well, they better not say
you don't
nothing bad about Becca because
We
I
done took
do
care of
know
it.
that highway.
We done took care of it. Now go ahead and
Okay.
finish, Grandmammy.
okay. So a challenge. Okay, with a
sorry.
lot of childhood trauma, people they come from such dysfunctional situations and stuff like that, and a lot of
No, I did not.
I just got distracted.
Y'all know what? Ryan had me blocked. I couldn't even
Okay,
see his comments.
a lot of things with
I
changing
got
bad
him.
habits is trying to do something new, and a lot of times in recovery and healing is doing something that's never been done before. I think that concept is awesome, and so I love that Becca has a heart to do that. Well, she has never been to the beach before. Okay, so uh, to follow it uh, along. Okay, well, and one thing that really touched my heart uh, last last week was I know I fell asleep through a lot of the street, but I woke up and Becca was crying because of some of the trauma she experienced. Her father beat her up for sleeping in church and stuff as well. We can think of things in new ways. We can try to think new things, and we can move on. Uh, and we can heal. We don't have to be permanent victims of childhood trauma. and stuff like that. We can do things to help each other. One of the big things, we're called, and you can't escape the spiritual aspect, but we're called to encourage each other on. And this is a support group. And sometimes doing something different that you've never done before can be difficult. It can be really helpful to have emotional, support, have someone encouraging you to do that. And say, if Becca were to try to go to the ocean for the first time, there could be some anxiety with that or whatever. But okay, to hold this up to the better mental health checklist that we have, we could go through the criteria that you were teaching us. I think you're teaching amazing things. And I think also one of the most important things in changing behavior is modeling it. And so being able to overcome fears, uh, uh, and so forth. I wish I wasn't so tired. So maybe express these concepts, hopefully, because they encompass a lot of different aspects. But um, sometimes, when you're dealing with a situation, a simple solution can make a big difference. So, getting back to the checklist, okay, with Becca taking a trip to the ocean, okay, doing something that she has never done before. Here, she upset. She's been dealing with trauma, childhood trauma. Would yeah, would it encompass breathing fresh air? Would it encompass exercise? What are the other things that were on your list, Becca?
Let's get those likes
Um,
up, guys.
You have the list at hand. But what you know the kind of things that we were talking about that was on Becca's list. And I would say all except that getting a
right,
better night's sleep, put a trip to the ocean, pretty much would check off all those things on that checklist of yes, this is a step in encouragement towards better mental health.
right.
And and particularly with a support group like this and stuff like that, I have absolutely every confidence that Becca can accomplish this challenge.
I
And with
appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you know.
and not only for you, but the whole system, your children too. Taking your children to the ocean, you can show, yeah,
Exactly.
you can do something you've never done before and experience something new. And how you choose to experience is up to yourself. But the thing is, yeah, we can do something to help each other for better mental health. And the thing is that to say you
Exactly.
go after the end of the experience, you come back from the ocean, you go over the checklist. And all the people that participated go over the checklist. Did this improve? Did it encourage or support better mental health? And the more successful it is, I would imagine, Becca, for you and your family to go to the beach, most of you would probably be able to check off the checklist. And one thing, like for your kids and stuff going over the checklist, it's important to teach good mental health. So you're
Right.
accomplishing those concepts as well. Did I go outside and have exercise today? Did I do breathing exercises? We don't have to get real specific like doctor stuff because we can leave that to
Right.
the medical experts. But to promote good mental health, uh, I think you can do a checklist like this, and with that, be able to show results. Yes, we're improving mental health. We are making a
Right.
difference. We're making a difference in these children that are victims of trauma or whatever. It's like one of the things I'd love to maybe see. One of the things I have in mind, like say, for example, another situation. Well, I've got two other situations. Okay, and I don't want to to skip a part because I've got like three parts. So one is um, the treatment plan, um, idea. Another aspect of it, okay, as far as okay, another one is pets. The other one is spirituality. Uh, because as far as like one of the biggest things that has helped people with disabilities, and one of the simplest things, is having a pet. And you go to these psychiatric places and stuff. They don't include that. Uh, in in their groups uh, and plans and stuff because it's not part of the money making structure for the organization that these medical professionals are in. But when it comes down to it, between you and me, what has worked for us. What are the solutions that we have found ourselves to deal with these challenges and with dealing with these kids. How do you teach empathy? How do when you feel like there's nothing left, you're suicidal. It's the pets that come in, and I think that's a really really important. Or can be, not that all give all solution, but it can be a huge step in recovery. You see these Vietnam homeless vets out there, Steph, who have given up on everything in life. And what are they doing to help their own mental health? How many vets have you seen that have a dog and they'll give their lives for their dogs, but that's their lifeline. That's our lifelines to many, many people. And not only are pets therapeutic in that way, when you feel like nothing loves you, your pet will do that. I think that needs to be recognized as a tremendous force in healing. That's something um, that the channel can showcase to create content and in modeling good behavior. One of the things that I love that you guys are doing on panel is bringing your pets onto the screen. Everybody loves that. That is one of the most effective ways of dealing and creating, positive mental health. I think that there is, or at least that I've observed.
Yes.
All right,
And
Grandma Mandy, let's go on to the next person, okay? Let's give some other people time to talk.
well, okay. Well, let me finish the challenge and then I'll finish.
All right.
Because okay. So other examples of the challenge. Okay, practicing good mental health, a challenge. Stop doing something like that you've never done before. Now, one of the things Jimmy's talked about is he's a victim of childhood trauma. I think to build content and stuff, I think Jimmy needs all the emotional support he can get because he's out there fighting baby killers. He's doing all this stuff. I think a good mental health challenge would be, and Ricky said, or Jimmy has said, that he's never ridden a horse before. Well, and horseback riding can be really effective in um, treating childhood trauma. I think, and doing an activity like that certainly would fit within the criteria of a challenge. And I think to create content and stuff in this group, like supporting Jimmy, I think this group would support him in doing more effective mental health and dealing with childhood. It's the challenge of riding a horse. I think that would create some really, really interesting content that not only okay, Jimmy's working towards better mental health. He's doing something he's never done before. Uh, I think people will put up money to see Jimmy ride a horse. Um, I checked. Now he's planning to go to Tennessee coming up here. Now with the videos he's shown and stuff of the territory there.
Is the challenge for Becca?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what do you want her to do? What's your
Well,
challenge to Becca?
Okay, go to the beach.
Go to the beach.
Yes.
All right.
And
Okay, there's your challenge. Go to the beach.
yes. Now double challenge, and maybe to make it more therapeutic,
Okay.
uh, is okay. You know the poems, the starfish on the beach. There's a little boy, all these starfish and stuff on the beach, and the little boy is throwing starfish in, and this man comes along, and he says, it's hopeless. You can never save all these starfish and stuff. It doesn't matter. And the little boy says, well, it matters to this one. Uh, a double challenge would be to go to the beach and throw a starfish in it. Now, Rebel was mentioning Virginia Beach, and I've looked at pictures of that. That was an amazing beach. I don't think it's a beach that has starfish, but um, you can make a starfish and throw it in the water. Now we don't want to pollute the ocean or anything like that. Um, so you want something biodegradable, or maybe something that might improve the environment. Something that might feed turtles, like if you made a starfish out of lettuce. One thing to make it even more effective, well, for each of the child, this would be a project incorporated into like part of this kind of therapeutic exercise or whatever. Would be have each child make their own starfish and throw it in the ocean. Not only that, but put their own name on it. Like, I matter. My life does make a difference. And the kids don't need to understand all the psychology behind it, but it can have a really, really powerful message to the kid that, yeah, I matter. Or to any person doing that. But so, yeah. So the challenge is for Becca to go to the ocean. Now, of course, she's never. I imagine you've never driven there. The rebel would have to take her, lead the way. He's the leader of the pack. Uh, he knows how to get there. Becca's never been there.
I got him.
And rebel would have to lead the way. What I would like in return is, I see a picture or something. It'd be awesome to see a live stream. And I think with a challenge like this, you're going to have all the emotional support they'll need and stuff. Now, I think this also might be really useful in creating content for your channel. Now, the other thing I wanted to do besides getting the
Right.
pictures is be anonymous.
How did you do, Paula? Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here.
And so with that, that is it. Now, one thing, well, I know about that as far as using this for your channel and for your own content or whatever. I know that they're gonna like maybe be haters that here Becca has started this new channel and
I
it's
gotta does anybody else wanna talk about their bullying things? If not, I'm gonna talk about mine when I was a kid. I'm just
so
giving people a chance to
Yeah,
talk about like what happened, like if they've had any bullying stories.
yeah. Well,
so
we
Becca, do you
appreciate
want
your
to meet the
challenge.
challenge?
I wouldn't
Do
make
what,
her
honey?
say if she wants to do it on here, Grandmammy, because I mean, I would offer her the challenge more in private because, do you know what I mean?
Yes and
I would
no.
like to probably when it gets warmer.
Yes
Right
and no.
now
But
it's too stinking cold
we're
in here.
talking
The
about
water.
supporting better mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I think Becca is a awesome example to model it on how to do that with the support of the group that she can
Mm-hmm.
accomplish it.
And she wants to. She
And,
just said,
how she
what, in
wants
the
to do it,
summertime?
or if she does a uh, something to celebrate, or whatever, like throw it, how she wants to experience the seeing the ocean. That's up to her.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah,
the
just
second part of the challenge.
email me and I'll let you know for sure. Well, you said you sent me an email and I'll let you know for sure.
And then the
I
thing
will,
would be then,
yeah,
Becca,
I'll
I
let you
want to
know
ideally,
for
hear
if
your.
you
sure.
want to go further and make something out of it, as far as creating a platform and the success of the challenges, uh,
Mm,
would then be to go off the checklist and say, okay, was this experience, did it improve my mental health? Did I exercise?
mm.
Hi, I'm
Did I
back.
care?
Hi,
And so
Kimmy
forth. And that
Poo.
So
builds.
that's nice.
Hi.
So you
Yeah,
want to
I'll
tell us
send
your
you an
bullying and
email, Grandmammy Annie, and let you know for sure. It'll probably when we decide it'll probably be warmer because right now it's too cold. But I just wanted to give people another chance because I'm interested to hear about if they had in where we're talking about bullying this topic to hear it.
Okay.
Interested to hear about any of their stories before I get off because I want them to hear about mine when I was growing up. It's kind of actually kind of sad in a way.
mm,
Okay.
Well, will you
Yeah.
tell us,
Okay.
Becca? I want to
yeah.
Well, just
hear.
one more second. With all you guys here, do you guys support Becca doing a challenge like this?
It's up to her,
Yeah.
Yeah,
really.
it's up to
But
her.
no, what of course, Kimmy. But if
So
if
what's
she decided to take the challenge, would you, as part of the support group, be supportive of her doing
we're
that?
I'm
always
not
supportive
supportive
Hey,
of
of her
Alice
Becca.
the
having to
Gambler.
answer
Good to
questions. I'm not supportive of
see
that,
you.
having to write down her
Hey, little
feelings
girl.
and everything. I want her.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all.
Well, you mentioned a checklist, Grandmammy, that I'm saying, like, because my brother had never seen an ocean shell or anything, my half brother, and he came to Washington State from Iowa, and I just let it be his experience. And if
Yes.
he wants to write it down and do a checklist and let other people on a panel know how they felt, I think because if this sounds too much like a challenge, it takes the fun out of it. You know what I'm
Right.
Mm-hmm.
saying? But she wants
Yep.
to express she has to get up early with her children, maybe not tomorrow, and she wants to express her time being bullied as a child. And I think we should let her do that, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
Hell no, we ain't getting up
Agreed.
early tomorrow.
And as far as like
So
anybody's,
what
um,
was
uh, that was just an idea, as far as creating content. As far as like people participating in the challenge, I mentioned, like, Nani and her 7 grandkids.
yeah,
I
well,
think.
Becca, what was your story? I mean, like, I really want to hear this before you have to go.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Well,
And
I was in middle school, and like, y'all heard about the story of last week, which out me crying last week. Yeah, and y'all know about my situation, with
mhm,
the father situation, without getting upset.
mhm,
And I told y'all that he was strict, and I can only wear certain things like dresses and
mhm.
skirts, culottes, and stuff like that. Well, I was in middle school and I would sneak and get my brother's pants and hide them in my backpack and get on the school bus because people would make fun of me all the time because I wouldn't wear what other people were wearing. And I was a preacher's daughter, so they put me up high up on a pedestal because because I was a preacher's daughter. So they expected high of me because I was because I was a preacher's daughter. So they expected a lot of me, and I was just me. I wasn't. I was just back. I wasn't nothing really. I was just me. You know what I mean? So I would sneak, and because I got made fun of all the time, because I wasn't wearing what everybody else was wearing. I wasn't allowed to wear pants and shorts and you know, like what everybody else is wearing. You know what I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
I stuck my brother's blue jeans in my backpack and got on the school bus. and went to the bathroom every morning when I went to school, put my brother's blue jeans on, and went before I got back on the school bus to get back home, I would switch from my brother's blue jeans to the skirt or whatever I was wearing and go back home, and would do it every day until this one boy kept on bullying me, and he said, "I see what you're doing wrong." He said, "I see you keep on switching into pants, so you want to get made fun of." And they still made fun of me because I was wearing boys' pants, but I just did it so because like I mean they was very cruel to me, very cruel in middle school, extremely mean to me, extremely mean, very bad words, and I told them, I told the boy, please do not say bad, please do not tell nobody, or I will do something bad to myself. And didn't intentionally wasn't intentionally going to do something bad to myself, but they he told the counselor that I was going to do something bad to myself, so they called my parents, and my
Oh,
parents called the school counselor, and they called my mom, and she come in, and I had my brother's pants on, and she was very concerned because they said that I said I was going to myself without saying, without saying it because of staying, because of live, and I don't want my video removed. But you know what I'm saying. That myself. And so they checked my pockets, and I had a pencil in my pocket and lip gloss, and they thought that it was something else. And I said, I just said it so they would leave me alone. Well, they took it to heart that I was really going to do that to myself, and I really wasn't. But I just said it so they would leave me alone. Well, they went to the counselor, and the counselor called my mom, and my mom came in. She seen me in the blue jeans, and my mom really didn't say anything. But she went home and told my dad, and my needless to say, it was not a good day in the neighborhood for me. You know,
Mm.
it was it was a bad situation when I got home, and it was a bad. Let's just say it was a bad situation when I got home, and so my father would let me wear capris um, up until I graduated from high school, but I was not allowed to wear anything else. Just capris, like a little bit to the knee. That's it. Like capri shorts, not long capris, more like pants, like more like a little bit of, but kind of like I don't know what you call them. Oh Lord, I can't think of the word. They're kind of like shorts, but they're kind of like to the knee, like longer shorts, if that makes sense. Oh Lord, I can't. Bermuda shorts.
Bermuda,
Yeah,
Bermuda
like that.
short.
I was only allowed to wear them.
Like
And
walking
so,
shorts.
but yeah, in a way, yeah. And so, but yeah, they treated me like crap, and but and I had hairy arms, and I was in middle school. Girls, I mean, I didn't pay no. I was like 11 years old. Some
Told y'all she
people
was hairy.
Some people don't shave. I don't now, but some people don't shave their arms at 11 or 12 years old. I mean, you know what I mean? You have hairy arms. Why don't you shave your arms? You're stupid. You know what I mean? Like you just got really made fun of. I got really made fun of really bad, and I wasn't allowed. And I ain't trying to be nasty or nothing, but I wasn't allowed to shave my legs until I turned like 13 or 14 years old because it wasn't my mother. It was crazy. It was the snake, as I told y'all last week. It was the snake that told me that I was not allowed to. So I got made fun of because I had hairy legs. So I mean, all that boiled down to that was the bulliness, and I was told that I was fat and I was ugly and I was stupid and I wasn't worth nothing, and I would never have any friends, and I just got put down a lot because I was a preacher's daughter, and they put me high up on a pedestal, and they expected it all out of me. Needless to say, that my snake of a sperm donor was not the preacher that they thought he was. The preachers around where I went to school was different than the way that he was, if that makes sense. The preachers
Mhm.
there was totally different than he was. So
Mhm.
they put me up on, and my brothers were fine. They didn't get made fun of. I mean, they wore pants and whatever they wanted to, but because I was a female and I was different than everybody else, they wanted to treat me like, like crap. I didn't barely have any friends growing up. And the friends that I did have, they wound up stabbing you in the back because they chose other people than you because you were different. So they didn't want to be seen with you because you dressed differently or you didn't have a lot of money because you look different or you know what I mean? Or you don't
Mhm.
do no sports or you don't have a lot of money or you can't dye your hair, put highlights in your hair. You know what I'm saying? You're not a cheerleader or you don't do basketball or you know what I'm trying to say. You're not I'm not downing nobody that did that stuff, but in when I went to high school, you're not prep. You know what I'm trying to say? And so I wasn't like that. I was just me that they treated me like crap, like crap. And so in order for me to be able to wear the uh, longer shorts, I had to tell them that I was going to do that even though that I never would, but I had to tell that person that, thinking that he wouldn't tell. Well, he wound up telling, and so when I went home, that wasn't a good day in the neighborhood for me. Not on my mother's side, but on the snake side, that wasn't a good day in the neighborhood for me. And I forget it. I try to forget it. So, but anyway, but that's what it was. I got put down in middle school because I did not wear what everybody else was wearing because I was a preacher's daughter, and I got made fun of all the time. And my parents and well, my mother, because my mom was the one that raised me. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. We was poor. We had food stamps. I mean, we lived in trailers. We didn't have a lot of money, and a lot of people look down on us like that. But you just do the best you can with what you have, you know. And so there was a lot of kids that was like that, and that lived in trailer parks and had food stamps. And I don't judge people at all. You do the best that you can with what you have, but
Right.
don't look down on me because I'm a preacher's daughter and that's how I have to dress. And it wasn't, I don't know who it was that was asking if it was Pentecostal. No, I was a Baptist preacher's daughter. It was Baptist, but because he was a narcissist and he wanted it his way, we had to do it his way or the highway, basically, so to speak.
So that's
So
why his ass is on the highway right now.
yeah, but that's why that was my bullying situation. I got treated like shit because I was a preacher's daughter, and they expected me to be high up on a pedestal, and it is wrong.
It is
It is.
wrong, Becca.
So
I was
that's why one reason I wanted to do about bullying because it psychologically in middle school I cried all the time coming home and my mom would say, "What's the matter with you?" I said, "Mom, I got made fun of today," and she said, "You're better than that. Don't let them make fun of you." And I said, "Well, that's hard to do when you do get made fun of every single day when you go to school." And I loved going to school. And it's bad because not a whole lot of kids can say they loved going to school. I loved going to school just to get away from the nightmare of my house. And it wasn't my mother. I loved going to school because of that. It wasn't my mother at all. I love, and it's bad to say the kids say, well, I can't stand having homework. No, I loved having homework just to keep me in my bedroom because I didn't want to hear what was going on outside my bedroom. You know, I mean, and not a whole lot of people can say that, but I liked that, and our kids now like, Mom, you liked homework. Y'all just don't. I try not to tell them because they don't. I it's hard to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I love doing homework. I love going to school. Y'all need to stay in school. And which they need to stay in school anyway. But that's not. I graduated high school and everything, but I loved going to school. I might not have been a straight A student, but I loved going to school and I loved doing my homework because it kept my mind occupied with what going on behind my door, if that makes any sense. And the bullying and stuff that I went through, and then the stuff that happened, at home was very hard to deal with as a teenager and a kid growing up. So I just try to keep my mind occupied, you know. So growing up was tough, but going to school was tough too. When you dealt with that and you didn't know what to do or who to talk to because you was afraid to say anything, afraid that you'd be taken away from your mom because your mom was the only one that was there for you and raised you and stuff. You didn't know what to do. When you got three older brothers and they're in sports and they're kind of popular and doing their own thing, you don't really know what to do. So that was my situation. It sucked. And so I just kind of stayed to myself, I got some friends, but I've just mainly stayed to myself because it's kind of better that way. I don't deal with I don't deal with bullshit. Honestly, I don't deal with drama. I'm too old for that. I take care of my own and stuff. So hey, Sean, how are you doing? But yeah, that was my experience. It was very rough growing up because I was a preacher's daughter and they expected a lot of me, and I got made fun of a lot. It was very rough.
But you don't
I
take
was
that bullshit no more, do you?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, growing up as a child was very rough. Was very rough. And my mama still remembers to this day when I went to middle school. She said, "I remember you trying to do that," and I said, "I didn't try to do anything." And she said, "Well, I remember you taking your brother's pants and putting them on because you got made fun of." I said, "Yeah, I know, and I didn't try to do anything." Yeah,
Mhm.
I sure did. Because when you get made fun of, you can only handle so much. But then I still got made fun of even when I put the pants on and snuck and put them on. It's crazy. Like you try to do it so you don't get made fun of, and you still get made fun of. So like a
Mhm.
bully's still going to be a bully no matter what you do. You could wear $100 outfit, and they're still going to bully you. It doesn't matter because they got that mentality. It doesn't matter what you look like, how much money you have, or whatever. They're still going to bully you because they they have their eye like you're the target, and that's it. And it needs to stop. That's why I always tell people, if you see something, you might be that only person's voice. Make sure you speak up for that person because
You know, Becca,
you might be the only voice that they have.
one of the
Messed up.
persons that bullied me 2 years ago, her son unalived himself. And I went to her and I told her, I said, I am very sorry for your loss. I'll never know the pain that you feel in your heart. But if you ever need anybody to talk to, I'll be there. And she said, I cannot believe you even coming and talking to me because of what I done to you. But that's just me,
It
you know?
sucks.
It does suck.
It makes you stronger. I've seen
It
people
sure
say,
does.
that I can't remember who it was, that they went through it, but it made them stronger. But it still sucks going through it as a kid because you don't know. You try to get help, but then it just sucks because certain people don't. It just kills me because that's why I tried to show that chat because that's confidential. On one I pulled up on the screen and what Kimmy Poo shared at the bottom. It just sucks because when you try to tell somebody, they won't. Some certain people will not listen to you, and it's like, please listen to me. I'm trying. What I'm trying to tell you is the truth, and it just kills me because no, like, sir, it's like one ear not the other. Like they don't want to believe you, and that's why I want to make sure. Please, if you see something, please. please speak up and say something, because you might be that only person's voice, because it
Yeah,
might get to the point that they say too much and something happens, and I don't want that to happen to anybody, you know.
and how many parents just say to
It's
their
sad.
kids, "Oh, suck it up," or "Go back to school," or "You're tougher than that," or
Or you're
"Bully
lying.
back," or
Yeah.
whatever. It's like in my case, it was so bad with this other little girl and my daughter. You're a baby because she had the sparkling lights on her sneakers. You have a split between your teeth because her teeth were separated a little. Judging her math, not letting her sit at the table, even in the cafeteria. And when the principal, they didn't really do anything about it. I went up there. I actually went up to the school, paid for lunch, and sat with my daughter. But before I did, I took a chance. I didn't yell at her, but I walked right up to her with my tray. I knelt down and I said, "You have no right to tell my daughter where to ever sit." And she was kind of embarrassed and with all her little friends. Well, that got around real fast, and the principal and stuff came up to me and told me I had to leave the cafeteria. So my daughter and I, and this is elementary school, like first, second grade, we had to take our trays outside, and I did. And the bullying still continued. And he didn't want to do very much about the bullying because this little girl was black. Okay. So then there's this race card in there, right? But he did, like I had said in chat at the beginning of the show, he came down here to the office many, many years ago and tried to talk to her mother in front of me. And the mother denied everything, and my daughter didn't do this and that and the other thing. And I used to be friends with her mother, and it was crazy. But that's the problem. It's like I got that involved. And then it also happened with my son. This little boy was following him around. It was like kindergarten, first grade. And then it got to the point where this kid wasn't allowed to even go to the library when my son was there. He was told not to, but he did. He snuck in and said his little remarks. And it was so bad, we homeschooled him the next following year. And so, yeah. But, listening to your story, Becca, it's like middle school. Those are the real, when girls are turning into women, right? And men or boys are becoming men. And it's like more probably embarrassing, really, going through all of that humiliation in middle school like you did. I just can't imagine. But I'll end
See,
with this. I didn't let my daughter, she didn't have a phone. She didn't have all that internet. I protected her by keeping her off that social media. And her friends knew she didn't, and she didn't, because she never had it, right? In even elementary or middle, she didn't know what she was missing. She never felt like she was missing out on, whatever, the different forums. And when she turned 17, she kind of snuck whatever it was. I wanted her to wait till she was 18, but she snuck Instagram. And I didn't get mad. I was like, okay, well, and so she had just a few of her choice friends. But I hate to think if she would have had social media because she was kind of down on herself in middle school, what could have happened. And yeah, I was overprotective, but I have no regrets of it at all. I don't.
Right.
see,
Right.
Tyler and Trendy got in trouble not long ago, and they were suspended. So they called us and told us we had to come pick them up. Well, when we get there, they said that Tyler had hit this boy in the back, and the exact same time Trinity had. Did they say that she smacked that girl or something? Something like that. Anyway,
That girl was bullying Trinity, and Trinity had enough.
so
And Trinity
I
punched
asked
her in
him.
the
I said,
nose.
"Well, what are you going to do?" He said, "Well, I'm suspending Tyler and Trendy." I said, "Not unless you suspend them other two." Well, we can't do it. So I said, "You're going to go on hearsay." He said, "No, we have cameras, but I just didn't look at them." I'm just taking. I said, no, that's not the way it's going to happen. Now you either going to go look at them cameras, and you're going to suspend them other two, or my two's not leaving here.
There
All
you go.
because all because Tyler and Trendy come from where they come from, and the other two people had a little bit of money in their pocket. The other two families had a little bit of money in their pocket.
Hmm.
So I said, you go look at that camera, and then you come back and you tell me. He said, well, I did see the kids hit first, hit Tyler and Trendy first.
Mm.
I said, then they suspended too, right? Yes, sir. We'll suspend them right now. So that's all that needs to be done. Don't People don't judge a book by its cover just because they look like they dress sloppy or they don't wear the same kind of clothes that you do coming from a nice fancy store. Don't mean that they ain't better than y'all.
Mm.
That's
Everybody is
right,
equal
Rebel.
just because they wear different clothes.
Nobody is.
That's right.
I mean,
Everybody
look,
puts their pants on the
everybody
same
on this
exact
panel
way.
here, everybody on this
Everybody.
panel here puts their paints on the same way Becca does, puts their paints on the same way Tina does. Dumpling, Kimmy Poo, Lee Ray. Well, I put mine on a little different. I stand up and jump in mine, but
Well, my
everybody puts their
mama,
paints on the same way. So do not judge a book by its cover
That's right.
because that cover could be dirty, but that book on the inside could be the best book you ever read.
that's
That's
right, Rebel.
that's right.
And my mama always said everybody puts their britches on the same way, one leg at a time.
Well, I jump in mine too. I don't know about all that.
Well, my boys did too.
Exactly.
And see,
But
that's what's so sad is all this status crap in middle school and high school. It's like if you're not in sports, you're kind of a nobody. You're this, you're that, the other thing. My daughter did track. She was quite good. She could run as far as the two girls that were seniors. And she was a sophomore. It was long endurance track. But anyway, she twisted her ankle and couldn't do it anymore. And I was like, was there anything else you want to do? You want to play chess? Do you want to, I mean, whatever, get to the school and do something. And she didn't have the interest. And even because of COVID, she graduated here. They came to our door and she got her gown and her whatever. And I told her she can go up the hill there and graduate with her class, but she's got to wear a mask, especially because I had a stroke, not that long when the COVID started. But she didn't want to, and she was okay with it. But it's like she never went to a prom. She never wanted to go to a dance. She didn't. And I was concerned, I was like, gee, is she missing out on too much? Or do I kind of make her go to a dance? She went to one dance in middle school, but really nothing in high school. And I mean, I guess it's okay. And she did end up doing quite well, which kind of surprised me too with her homeschooling. But yeah, it's the whole status thing, having to have, all the same shoes or socks or shorts or dressing the same. The girls wear these midriff tops now, and it's sad that there has to be so much status crap going on.
You
well,
know,
Yeah. And you
one thing
and you
happened
don't
with
know how old you'll come out. It's sad. It's scary.
one
You
thing
don't.
happened like Rebel was saying about Trinity and them. Trent had a
Mhm.
teacher that picked on him, and I'm not saying Trent was a saint because Lord knows he was just a redneck, but he always wore hoodies, and they sent him home. I had to go get him, and I said, "Why is he being sent home?" He went through the metal detectors. Nothing was in him. Y'all check his, hoodie and everything. And they said, well, he could use that as a weapon. I said, how can he use that as a weapon? And they were going to suspend him. I said, no, you're not going to suspend him. And they said, no, he's suspended. I said, no, we will be back in class tomorrow. I went my little tail right on up there in that classroom with him. Sure did.
That girl, exactly.
So
Well, like
I
I
got a
said,
question.
and that guy that comes in here to talk about true crime. Well, this is kind of talking about true crime because the girls and the guys, they're you know, this is girls and guys. You don't know how old a child is, and I'm not talking about little children, but you don't know how old they are because the way they dress now, it's crazy. Like I'm like, okay, say for example, Trinity, she's 12, and she goes to school with these girls that are her age, 11, 12 year olds, and they look like they're like 16. I'm like, mm.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, girl, you 12. You need to dress like you're 12. Because
Right.
I mean, like you just don't. I'm like, you don't know. There's predators out there, honey. You don't know, and that's part of the true crime. That idiot that came in here earlier. That's part of the true crime because these children don't know how many bad people that are out there that will. I mean, that will hurt you. You don't know. These
Mm-hmm.
kids they act like they know they know what's going on in the world, and they truly don't have no idea. They have no clue. They don't know. And
It
the
is a
little
crime.
Even,
kids, they don't know,
Well,
and they're all
even,
innocent. They don't know.
why would the guy think that this is about true crime anyway when right on your thumbnail it says bullying and everything? I mean, I just
Because I put true
Well, I
crime
put
in
true
there.
crime in my
oh
thought.
True
oh
crime.
well,
Because it is a true crime. It's a very much of a crime for kids to be bullied as young as they are.
there you go.
right.
That's right.
And
Yeah,
even
Uh,
when
and
I was going to school,
mm,
the vice president, principal, he would tape mirrors on his shoe where he could look up under the girls' dresses.
Oh my God. What?
oh gosh,
I
that's
hated
creepy.
I hated going to school there.
What a sicko.
I did.
well, if he
That
looked
just
up on my
creeps me
dresses, he
out.
wouldn't like what he seen.
Rebel, I love y'all.
Oh Lord.
Oh man, that was a good one.
But
Dumpling.
seriously,
Don't put that
seriously,
all in a world. Kimmy Pooh, you are not a disappointment. I don't want to hear that. I know you might be muted, but I don't want to hear that. If you want to smoke a cigarette, honey, you could smoke a cigarette. I don't care. Me and Red will smoke a
I'm a,
cigarette, and Lorraine vapes, and Dumpling vapes. If you want to smoke, smoke. I don't give a crap.
I just try not to on panel, and then I guess nobody really knew, and I lit one. It was like, oh, I'm not off camera, and yeah, so that's
Kimmy,
Well,
you
all.
you ain't
smoke.
a disappointment. Don't ever say that. You don't ever say you're disappointment. We love you, and if you want to smoke a cigarette, honey, you're more than welcome to smoke a cigarette on my panel. I don't care.
We're gonna
I
love
don't
you
care.
either way, Kimmy.
Did
Oh,
you
Yeah.
guys
You
go
thanks.
want
through
to smoke?
bullying
Smoke.
too? Did Kimmy or Dumpling go through bullying too when you guys were little? I didn't. I can honestly say I never went through bullying. One
Dumpling,
guy in high school called me a priss in front of the whole class. He said, "You're a priss." And I said, "You're right, I am a priss." And it was left at that. But that's it.
dumpling bullies me a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Dumpling, Dumpling ain't
No,
even
you
saying
bully
nothing. Really,
her.
Dumpling.
I beg to differ.
Wait a minute, who bullies who?
Ah,
You bully Dumpling.
Bullshit.
Yeah, you
Uh,
kinda do.
My bullying in high school was just other girls being mean to me for zero reason. Kind
Wow.
of like how it is on YouTube, Kimmy, isn't it?
yep.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Something.
Rebel, you stop that right now.
Nope.
And I'm sorry if I missed it, but since Alice the Gamer is in here, did anyone
Hmm.
say anything to her?
No, I forgot about it. So
Okay. Well,
Go
I
ahead,
just
Al.
want to
Go
tell her
ahead, Kenny.
I had sent her a message on one of her YouTube playlists because I didn't know how to get in touch with her. But since she's in here, I just wanted to explain that we had a mod that was really, really tired, and she started like drifting off to sleep, and her phone fell, and she went to grab it because, kind of woke her up. And something happened where some of your stuff was like deleted. And so that's what the comment was about, Alice. Like, it was a complete accident. And she called me. She felt so bad. Like, I talked to her for over an hour. So I just wanted to explain to you that's what the message was about on your YouTube. So I'm glad you came in because we've been trying to get in touch with you.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah, she came up on panel.
yes, she
You're
did.
aware, right? And publicly talked about it and apologized. She feels
Yes,
really
she
bad.
publicly
Yeah.
apologized.
I
Yeah.
When you came in
I don't
on
think
mine and Rebels tattooed couple last night, honey.
I
She's
don't think
question mark like,
Alice
what in
was
the
in
world?
here.
Hold on a minute. Go ahead, Kimmy.
I don't think Alice was in here in the beginning when she made the public apology to you, Alice. So, later if you want to go back or whatever, but it was a complete accident and we're very sorry. It happens. I've
Yes.
timed out somebody before by accident, and like I was trying to click a comment and it bounced and I got somebody else's. So,
Hey, Becca, or Kimmy
yeah.
Pooh.
Nice.
But Becca, I want
Yeah.
you to know I enjoyed your show tonight. I've enjoyed every one you've had. I
I
mean,
appreciate that, Lorraine. I love you. I
Look at
appreciate
what
I
that,
love
Becca.
honey.
you too.
And you got my number, so you messaged me, and you got me
I
Facebook,
will
and you should have my email.
I will
So
figure
you
it
you know you
out.
can talk to me anytime. You know that.
Hmm. I will figure it out.
You know.
You see what Becca said, Kimmy?
Mm-mm.
Says I
No.
bully Duncan like she's my kid.
Yeah.
If
Okay,
y'all
so
only knew.
or Alice said she wasn't gonna come on. Did I read that right? Where'd it go?
Dumpling, what are
She
you
said
doing?
her cat steps on her phone all the time. I wasn't going to come on, so I'm glad you did. So,
Yeah.
Lorraine, my daughter brought in her little smartwatch
I'm
thingy
glad
to
you did
me and
too,
asked me to
Alice.
set it up, and I can't figure out how to set it up. She drives me crazy. Sorry, Becca.
I don't know when you're ending your live.
Honey, you're
Could I
fine.
read? Could I read this simple abundance thing? It's called "Letting Go of Limiting Illusions." It's not too long.
Yeah, that's fine. Before I get off here, you can,
Okay.
honey, like you normally do. Before I get off here.
Okay. Do you want me to wait then, or just do it now?
Do it now.
No, if you want to do it now, like
Oh,
before I get off here,
okay.
that's fine.
It's January 21st, but it's short. I wanted to find something that kind of, relates a teeny bit, but it's not about bullying. Letting go of limiting illusions. I like living. I have sometimes been wildly, despairingly, acutely miserable, racked with sorrow, but through it all, I still know quite certainly that just to be alive is a grand thing. That's by Agatha Christie. All right. For some of us, the thought of trusting a power outside ourselves to help make our dreams come true is definitely a threatening concept, especially if we're used to being in control, or rather, used to the illusion of being in control. Many more of us go through life trapped by another illusion that an uncaring, capricious fate, or capricious fate determines our destiny. Shell shocked from some of the acutely miserable things that life throws our way, we are deeply afraid to believe that a loving, generous, creative force supports our endeavors. We are afraid to trust that the same spirit that created the universe probably knows how to help us write for the grant, get the promotion, go back to school, start our new business, find the new job. Like mirrors in a carnival funhouse that distort appearances, what we see with our eyes is not real. We buy into the illusion that external events possess the ultimate power to deny our dreams. And we wonder why we're so unhappy. Let go of limiting illusions that have held you back from knowing that just to be alive is a grand thing. Suspend disbelief. Experiment with a loving, supportive universe that embraces even skeptics. Today, be willing to believe that a companion spirit is leading you every step of the way and knows the next step. The end.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paper Cut
Yay!
Tina. Appreciate your words, your sweet words. You always thank you, honey. I always
great-
like it when you do that because it kind of ends my stream on a calm note, so everybody can go to sleep calm.
Oh, good.
I like it and I appreciate it. I enjoy you doing that every time. I look forward to the little quotes in your book, and I appreciate that.
Little Simple Abundance, Day Book of Comfort and Joy by Sarah Ann Rathenbrock or something. What does it say? Borenthok or something. All right. Anyway, that's for if anyone ever wants to get it or look it up. Well, thank you. I enjoy being here, and I'll drop down so you can, do what you need to do. Are you ending pretty soon? Or everyone
She's
looks
frozen.
Oh, she is.
Becca's frozen.
All right.
No, she
Yeah,
ain't.
I'm getting ready to end here in a few
Okay.
minutes.
No, she goes. Okay, well, I'm gonna jump down with Tina so you do your closing. Okay.
Bye, Dumpling.
Same.
All right. Bye, you
I
guys.
love
Bye.
y'all.
Love
I
you
love
guys.
Uh-oh, she's
y'all.
spinning
Love
again.
all of you on panel. Love you
Good
all.
Love you
night.
guys.
Thank
See
you
you.
for listening and thank you. Bye, you
Love you
guys.
guys.
See you later.
Love you guys. Thank you, Becca, Rebel, all of you.
All right, y'all be good. Come on back up here, babe. I'm stuck up here.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And Lord, everybody left when my internet went by. Lord have mercy. All right. I'm getting ready to get off here before my internet goes crazy again. Lord have mercy. All right.
All right. Go ahead and tell everybody night night. I'm getting out of here.
All right. I'm going to before my internet goes crazy again. Lord have mercy.
All right.
Have to swing it out in the yard. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna hurry up and get off here before this internet goes crazy again. Lord have mercy. I'm about to sling his computer out in the yard. It works when it wants to. But yeah, thank you. TZB, please come back in here and see us again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in here and enjoying the live. Sorry about the craziness for a little bit, but thank you. Thank you so much for coming in here. And I'm glad that you actually got to come in here and enjoy the the first live. And thank you guys so much for the new subscribers and the likes and the support and the love. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have no idea how much this means to me. It means the world to me. But y'all have a good night, And I come back on live on Saturday nights between 8 and 10, in between that time. So make sure that y'all hit the little bell so y'all can see when I come live on Saturday nights. Thank you so much, TZB. Thank you so much. Lord, I've known you for a long time, girl. So thank you so much. It means the world to me. Thank you. But I love each and every one of you guys, and I mean it. If y'all need me, I got most of y'all have me on Facebook and or email, or now have the text number. Um, if y'all haven't wrote it down, make sure y'all have it. It would be up in my chat. If y'all need to get a hold of me, please. I mean it. If y'all need somebody to talk to, you can text me, email me, or Facebook me. And like I said, I promise I will keep everything, to myself, unless you tell me I could speak of it. That's it's up to you. But if y'all need somebody to talk to, I'm here for each and every one of you guys, and I mean that. I mean that wholeheartedly. I promise you. I'm here for each and every one of you guys. So, much love to you all. Thank you so much for a great live again, and I love you all. And I will see y'all next Saturday. And y'all have a good night. Have a good week. Be there for each other, and remember, um, if y'all see anybody being bullying, please say something. You might be their only voice. You just never know. Also, like Rebel said, don't judge a book by its cover, please, because you just don't know what somebody is going through. You just don't know. Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Okay, that's my words of encouragement. Y'all be good to each other. Have a good week, and I will see y'all next Saturday. Have a good night, and I love you guys. Till next Saturday between 8 and 10. Remember, make sure you hit that bell so y'all can see when I come back on. Have a good night. I love you guys.